This is it. Is this it? Hold on. Test. Yeah. Okay. That should be it, I believe. Sorry about that. My mic was off, and for whatever reason, when I turned it on, I had to fiddle with it a bit more. Don't know what the deal is. So yeah, I'll repeat what I was saying real quick. I haven't said too much. Thank you for letting me know. That way I would have kept going. That's what I get for not streaming in a week or so. I'm gonna put Hina back into the party. I'm going to try to, like, not overuse characters I always overuse, but I was having a good time using Hina before, so I want to keep on using her, I think. Instead of, like, forcing her out because I'm using her too much in this run. I'd rather just see how the game goes with a lot of Hina. I just buff her up a little bit by giving her some of my better stuff here. Let's just roll with the Hina punches, basically. Got the tablets, they're pretty good. Yeah, they give her more MP too, it's nice. Just one more thing. Let's get the waste giving her this, but... I only have so many items at this point in the game. I might just give her a mana flower for now. Yeah, because I'd rather put the, like this stuff, including the vibro cannons, on someone else. While saying that, I mean, if I'm going to give someone else 50% attack and waste the magic buff, I'd might as well waste the attack buff and give Hina the magic. It's just the same, so... Nako is magic. Wakasa is physical, so I can give her... Yeah, why don't I have, like, my good items on anyone? That's weird. Let's fix that. Oh, the vibro cannons are good on Rin, though. But that's okay. Alright, there we go. We'll go with that. Let's make sure Satori is still faster here. Yep, she still speeds everyone, and Hina goes second, so that's good. Perfect. Okay. So where was I last time? It's been a while. 411. Let's just see if we can advance. So, we just made it to up here. Had we finished on 410? I think we probably had, right? Like, completely? For now, yeah. Suika's up there at the top. And I believe that rock opens after you get Suika, but we need money to buy her last thing of alcohol, so it'll be a bit. We do have a lot of cash right now, actually. It's about like 30k or something, so maybe soon. For now, just explore this 4 more. So I think what we were doing before for this setup is we either use Satori to set up debuffs on everyone with Hina's debuffing move, or if we want, Satori can also die. No, she can use Narrative Defiance to just do a ton of damage, so either way works. So we'll do Biorhythm. We'll just have Hina pop everything. Oh, Kakasa goes second. Oh. That's maybe a problem. Let's see. Can we do something? If Satsui gets a turn, she might be able to kill everything with Narrow Confines. That's if she gets a turn, though. Come on. I think the back might outspeed, but we'll see. Alright, just Narrow Confines everything then. Alright, we're good now. Nice, okay. So let's see. I do want that turn order of like Satori than Hina. But I might have to pump a bit more speed into them so they can actually outspeed enemies at the same time. I guess we'll see. Also, Hina's obviously extremely squishy. Maybe I should put something else on her for that. Might be worth giving up a bit of damage for some survivability, huh? Let's see what we have for like the most HP. Not really much. This gives us 32%. And I guess we could technically get a little bit more from this, but Machi has that, I assume. What else does this give? What I was looking at just now. Which is this one. Needs more speed. MP and TP. Doesn't make her faster than Satori, which is good. We can put that on for now, I guess. I should probably put some more stuff on Iku. Okay. What else do we have for magic? Cats are playing. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Alright, let's go. We'll get things figured out eventually. We're fairly new to this floor too, so things will be a little bit difficult for a few fights probably. Now see, in a fight like this, oh well, she's dead. Stuff is just slightly outspeeding us, which is really annoying. It gets off their turns quicker. She doesn't have any debuffs yet, so that's not gonna do too much. I could... Yeah, I'll just try this, I guess. I don't know if she'll get to move first. Or she gets just dropped. There we go. That's the Hina we know and love. Money. Yeah, after I get Suika's thing purchased, I guess I'll just have to dump some more money into the library. Nothing worth right now. I feel like Hina was already pretty buffed up, but she must be lacking some defensive stats a little bit if she's dying this quickly. Not like she's a tanky character to begin with, though, to be fair. I'm gonna see what Narrative Compliance does off of a fetch fight. That's pretty good, honestly. Maybe I should just pump weights into Satori's magic skill. That might actually just be enough to get us through a lot of fights here. To be fair, I mean, Hina is better in boss fights, where you can, like, kind of set up a bit better. Also, Satori's gone, which is tragic, really. Put Kagasa in. Right now, we're going for, like, the glass cannon offensive Kagasa build, but she's got, like, a defensive path you can take too, I think, where she takes less damage if stuff is feared. Ouch. I think I saw them in the go. I think that was a decent one, right? Maybe? Ooh. Yeah, so stuff is doing like 1500 damage or so up here in general, huh? Let's do this one. So is this gonna do anything out of the gate? Like, it was took out the ball, but that's it basically. Good. You can death the eggs, that's nice. So yeah, what have I been doing this week? Like I said, actually, I think like I said before I got the mic on, I've been working on Touhou Bohin a lot. It's nearly done. The translation is almost complete. All I have are the last few story events and the ending. So basically like the pre-ending cutscenes and its variants depending on which ending you're going for, and then the endings, and I'm done. So that'll be done probably within a couple days. And then I'll do a quick playtest of it myself, since I know my way around the game. I don't really think I have to have someone else do it in this case. And I think Dylan will probably be playing it in the near future. Or sometime this month, probably pretty much when I have it done, honestly. If anything, he'll be my beta test, basically, this time around. Which isn't really anything too new. So let me buy Suika's beer first. This is not where you buy that. The workshop has the alcohol, naturally. 36k. Alright, a little bit more. Fine, we'll go back in then. So Satori's doing really, really well. I think I'm going to give her a little bit more for now, actually. So I'm going to take these off of you. We have... it doesn't really matter, honestly. We're going to rely on Satori instead for a bit, I think. Tablets. Just whatever for a sec here, just really too concerned. We're going to go back to Hino once we get to an actual boss fight, basically. That's the plan at the moment. So, were we waiting on something for you? Okay, so she has an actual subclass, I guess. That's nice. Oh, she has the MP recovery subclass. I haven't put points into anything yet. I guess I just gave it to her for the extra MP, probably, because she's got kind of high costs. I don't really want to get the actual skills for it. Those aren't really that great on her. I mean, to be fair, that that's kind of nice because you'll have a lot of people just dying in fights. Let me just take this. It'll help sustain her, which is nice. I'm gonna put her over here. She's going to be my main offense right now, I think. Now, I want to say, like, I think KNA buffs are defense as a return, right? Yeah. I think that's actually going to come into play. I just kind of want Satori to get returned faster. She's the quickest out of the front line here, right? No, she's not anymore. No, they've changed her skills, actually. Do I have... I know I shouldn't be wasting the money. I should be saving it for the Suika thing, but... I want to buff up her speed more. Okay, yeah, we can't really go any higher, huh? Yeah, she's kind of already got a lot of stuff here. I'll take, like, a little bit of defensive stuff, even though she's still paper thin as far as that's concerned. And I guess I'll take off Blame the Driver and put on whatever makes her fastest. Might just be the speed thing off the first page, I'm not really sure yet. It's 48%, yeah. Alright. I'll make her go first. She's got this for more MP. I guess that's fine. And for the other frontliners, let's see. Like maybe stun stuff with Iku. Kogas is just kind of a good nuker, I guess. Saying that. Momiji has like the strongest nuking stuff right now. One sec. Fourth throat, sorry. So, if we want Kogasa to nuke out here, I'll have to give her the Glaive of Pain. That should help. So she's got a lot because we wanted one of these. So we're gonna take this one. Make her into a good attacker. And Iku doesn't have any points to spend. We'll just wait for her. I got a lot for Komachi. I must have been waiting for something. I don't know what though. She already has like her 10.1. Oh wait, no, sorry, that's 1.10 levels. Probably this. To be fair, like... Oh, I mean, that's good synergy with Hina, actually. She has kind of low defense in mind anyway, but still, that's nice. I'll take that. Let's see. Nothing else here really matters. I'm just gonna give her some HP, I guess. Okay, so... let's go back in and work with that then, I suppose. It's my desire that Satori just one-shots things at the very start. So what's that icon down in the lower right? I must have checked that last time, but I don't remember what it is, so I'm gonna go refresh my memory. Quick here. Long way. It's pretty good. I didn't really like thinking about it. The real strategy in this game is obviously in the boss fights. You just generally, for the random encounters, want something that'll one-shot as many enemies as possible. So, whatever works. Alright, so, right. That's what it was. I'm gonna put Nazan into the party then. I checked that last time. She needs more, affection points or whatever. Let's go to mailing. I'll make a proper, like, parties for boss fights when we get there, basically, I think. I mean, I guess I can throw her into the front line right now. Just so she gets more. That's fine. No reason why not. So, let me just check the map real quick here. There's a little bit more I can do without changing the switches, so I'll do that first, I think. Just to kind of get it out of the way. Narrow down everything we can explore first. Other things I've been doing this week, I've been playing Elden Ring with a friend. I've already played through it a couple times, back when it first came out, or a couple months after, I guess. I think I first played it. This friend of mine's been putting it off. He's been waiting for it to go on sale, and it finally has. So he grabbed it. You know, I told him like ages ago, like, hey, grab it when it comes out, we'll play with the seamless co-op mod. And we're finally doing that, and it's been fun so far. He's played Demon Souls, but he's never played any of the Dark Souls games, so he's only a little bit familiar with the formula, really. Not very, pretty much. But I mean, he's got like some of the habits you'd expect. Like he checks for illusory walls, which don't really exist that much in Elden Ring. He does that kind of stuff. He's playing a caster, and right now he's like severely outperforming my damage, actually, funny enough. So she gets MP back every time that happens. That's good. Kill her teammates more, please. And I'm essentially trying to be like a frontline guy to like buy him space to cast stuff, which is fine and all, but it's taking me a while to really get off the ground. I'm trying to not just like consult the wiki and make it boring, because I don't really like doing that for games typically. I might do it near the end of the game, like when we get to the really tricky bosses, because he said he does want to do like post-game stuff. He wants to, I say post-game, he does want to fight Millennia. He wants to fight the super boss. So I might min-max a bit then, but not really until then. For the time being, I'm going spears because I've never done spears before, and it's not really that powerful yet. After using like the default baby mode simple spears for a bit, I've got this like faith-based like candlestick poker spear. I don't know what it's called, that I think I got from some of the stupid big Iron Maiden bosses. I think I got them from the ones that you fight at Volcano Manor after getting caught by the... Oh yeah, they're called Abductor Virgins. The one at Royal Lucaria that abducts you and sends you to Volcano Manor. We fought the two there in Volcano Manor, and I think that's where I got the spear from. And it's kind of cool, it's doing more damage. But I did have to take like 8 points in faith before I could even equip it, which kind of sucks. I guess that means I'm also splashing the faith on this character. I mean, I might change my mind and double back on this later, but for now, I'm going like strength, dex, and faith. So that's something. I've never used a lot of like the faith incantations. Well, I haven't really ever gone deep into that in any of the builds. Ooh, Free Stone of Awakening. In any of the games before, so that'll be kind of new. I assume some of the stuff is pretty good. There's like the thunder spells and stuff, right? So those might be fun to use. They're definitely strong when the enemies use them on you, so... But for now, it's essentially just me and my spear, because I don't really have any good incantations that I can use that are really doing much of anything yet. So, we'll see how it goes. So I just have to check DMs real quick. Oh my god, really? A friend of mine's been messing with Bing's AI thing recently. And he's been getting it to generate some pretty, let's just say some stuff it's not supposed to generate. He's keeping up with like that internet discussion right now that's like trying to cheat the AI and make it give you stuff. It's funny. I've been somewhat keeping up with it just through him, basically. I used it a bit at first and made like goofy stuff like so I like putting Ernie from Sesame Street into various situations, like depressed middle-aged Ernie in his room staring at like a TV with white noise on it with a pile of Mountain Dew cans on the floor. Just something like that. As well as like child Ernie in a child's bedroom playing a video game on his TV with like a scary monster poking out of the closet from behind or something. Just weird situations. That's kind of like what I have been enjoying making. I haven't really been doing it this past week though, but it was a fun time while it lasted. I got some of the best laughs I've had in a while, honestly. You can do some really goofy stuff. Just attack normally, I guess. Please kill it. Thank you. So yeah, that's kind of the thing with hard mode, like, I can only really do so much. I guess I should make sure Satori's gotten her level buffs. I think she has, but I want to take a look there. Can't really make her too much stronger until, all I can really do at this point is get more levels in her. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I needed to, for one thing, Naz needs to be on front all the time. For another thing, I needed to hit the actual switches and mess with them. So I'll do that in a second. We've done everything that we can do otherwise, so... Okay. Good. Alright, so this has 3 switches. Let's hit the green one first. It's right there. We can go down a new path. We do that. Oh wait, we haven't... Oh yeah, we could go through there too. It's just gonna go over somewhere. I'll hold off. Let's go one at a time here. Then after we explore everything, we'll follow like specific combinations of switches to get to different places. It'll be fine, I think. This is a dead end, yeah? Yep, okay. Always gotta map them out. So yeah, Satori is legitimately like 8 bar off of going first in that fight, I think. Like, one more point of speed might be enough for her. And then she'll be able to act before anything else happens. Though it's not always bad if, like, if her partners are dying, it means she gets her MP back, I guess. So, I don't know. A little bit of sustain here and there is not bad at the same time, huh? Let's go lower left first, I guess. Okay. Gooey. See what else has been going on this week. Let's see. I checked out Yorigami Market, that recent Jolan fan game that got released. I didn't really play too much of it because it started bugging out. There's like an issue where like there's some kind of file that's not included with the game right now, and it'll occasionally ask to like play the file. I think it's a sound effect or like curse.wab or something, and it doesn't work and it pops up an error and you have to hit Z to advance it, and it was fine for like the first 20 minutes, and then it started popping up like every 5 seconds, and I didn't really know what the deal was there. But basically the game is nearly unplayable right now because of it. So I'm gonna wait a bit before I reach out to that dev, see if they fix the game. Because from the sounds of it, they are the artist for the upcoming Cave Touhou game that is in like licensed or whatever. So maybe they're really busy with that, and maybe they're not going to touch the game. I don't know what their plans are for it. So I want to make sure they have like the time to update it, because if they don't have that, then they definitely don't have the time to work on a translation of it with me. Though granted, I'd probably be doing most of the work there, but still. So maybe that'll turn into something eventually. It's a cute little like RPG Maker game. It's basically like modified RPG Maker fights, but instead of like doing damage, you your HP is money. You sell stuff to other characters, they sell stuff to you, and you can lose or gain money based on that. And you're also playing Shion instead of Jean, by the way, so you're losing money every turn just because of your quote-unquote powers that you're unfortunately stuck with. And some characters are weak to certain items. You can sell cucumbers to Nitori, for example. The little kid enemy, I say enemy, customer, likes the default like candy item, so you can instantly defeat them with it. Get a lot of money for it. That's the general gist of it. But it's going to wait for a bit. And I looked into properly contacting the creators of Ginso Narratograph as well. That's that tabletop RPG that came out. But I'm going to hold off and leave that to other people, I think. Well, for one, I contacted, what's his name? Something Eisuke, I believe, about it. And he said I'd have to go through Kadokawa, since they're the publisher, and I guess something in their contract means they have to handle that kind of negotiation. So, for one thing, I'd have to contact a really, really big company. And I went through like all the contact options on their site, and they're all like for businesses. I'm not a business, really. So they probably don't care to work with me to begin with. Even if they did, I don't really know how that would all happen, how that would work out. And then I learned that there is currently an ongoing fan translation, I won't say from who, anything. So it sounds like, you know, that though it's probably going to be through questionable means, probably not an official release through like the publisher, the game will be available in English in some form or another. So I figure I'm probably better off focusing on my stuff. So best luck to everyone in that situation, I guess. I mean, hey, if they manage to reach out to Kadokawa and have it published, then that's awesome for them. But I don't really know what their plans are there exactly, so I'll have to see. just checking something. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of off the table. I didn't fully go into it in the server, but I did mention that I received a response back and was told to contact Karakawa. So I might write a quick note on that in the server later on, just so everyone knows, because I don't think most people that follow my stuff are necessarily watching these streams, which is fine. They're not necessarily like update streams, they're just me playing video game streams, really. The updates are just kind of an incidental part of them. So that's perfectly fair. But yeah, what else is there? I haven't really been working in Double Decline for the past week or two since I've had other stuff, you know, contacts, Bohien going on. But, so Bohien is about 60k characters, so 60,000 Japanese characters once you get all the text together and strip out the English and like symbols and stuff. So if we narrow it down to just the raw Japanese, you know, hiragana, katakana, kanji, it's about 60k characters. And I'm nearly done with that, so it's really making me realize, like, hey, I'm able to work a lot faster than I thought. Because, well, I don't know, I mean, I don't really know how many characters I can translate in a day. I feel like it's not always that simple to just say, like, how many can you, because sometimes there's nuance and stuff you have to look up and be sure of, like, author intention. We have to ask questions and wait for responses back. Like, with Double Decline, it's like, okay, there's this one enemy, and it's called, and I've talked about this on stream before, I forget what it's called. It's some kind of, like, Arabian ghoul. And there was, like, a specific note about it in the bestiary, and it didn't line up with anything I could find. And it basically, so I could find a couple mentions of the ghoul in Japanese, but not anything in English or any other language. So I don't know if it's some kind of weird mistranslation or something really obscure. But I asked the devs about it, and like, they couldn't find anything either, and they had no idea what they were doing back when they did it. So I can't remember. We might have just called it ghoul in the translation. But we had to essentially change it up a bit there, because we couldn't find anything, and it's been too many years since it was decided on. So yeah, there can be a lot of, like, I guess nuances to the process, like different problems that can come up, and they're not always easy to solve. So it's not always a matter of like, oh, how many characters can you translate in a day, like 10k, 5k, 20k, or what? But I really should be working faster on projects of like Double Decline. Why am I bringing Cerno out? Let's put Kanako out. We haven't used her at all today. Because if I'm nearly done with Bohien now, I'd say probably 2 more sessions of sitting down and working on it, and I should theoretically have like the translation itself done, barring a couple like localization related things that I'm still pondering exactly how I should deal with. It's name related symbolism essentially, so I don't know what I want to do with that yet. And, like, I should be getting my ass in gear a bit more. And I do try. It can be hard to just sit down and focus on something sometimes, you know? Adult problems. So she's got 2 AoEs. Yeah, so wind is good on this one. Generally. Quite nice here. So I guess Kanako's probably a good bet here. Maybe that's why I put her into the party before. That's probably why Iku's here too, but it seems like some stuff does resist wind, like those spirits or whatever. So it's not always a catch-all, I guess. But that's okay. Doesn't have to be. Can we just kill this thing? Please? It's kind of not dying. This desert Kadama is too tanky. Very good, okay. So yeah, I want to try to like work faster in the future. It's just, it's a matter of like how to get myself to actually do that. As much as I love what I do, and I've talked about this countless times before, it can be hard to just sit there and work on something for hours straight. I will occasionally get in that groove. Moyashi, Monogatari, when I worked on that, I chugged on that for like hours a day because it was such like a cool and totally unheard of game that I really wanted a lot of people to see it. I was just really excited over it, basically. It was just like a wave that I could essentially ride. And I got that translated pretty quick. I think Moyashi was about 50k characters, so a bit smaller than Bohien. But the text was very, very spread out for the game. A lot of it was like quotes from other games. A lot of it was instructions too on how to play levels and stuff. So it was kind of varied. Bohien is largely simple dialogue, some puzzle instructions as well. That's generally a lot of it, honestly, I'd say. You know, it's an RPG make or horror game. That's probably what people would expect anyway. From this. Probably only do a couple more fights in this trip, honestly. If I could reach those stairs and get a shortcut, that'd be wonderful, though. Can we do that? It looks like, by pure chance, we have all the colors in the exact right state, so that's quite lucky. Cool. Go back down. Yeah, because I think you have to have all three in, yeah, this specific state to get through here, so that's lucky. Literally just toggle green and you're good to go. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll actually exit and heal up then. We need 36k for Suika, right? So a bit more than just the blue saber. Meteor drive. Ooh, it's big speed. I can put that on top 3, sure. Okay. Yeah, sure. How about? So the blue saber was, sorry, what? 50 attack and a bunch of other stats. Alright, yeah. Crazies. I see. Yeah, I have no idea what the game is this from. I look forward so much to working on Labyrinth of Touhou 3 and like asking about all this stuff that references other games. It'll be really fun, I think. Right, back down to 11. But yeah, I'm kind of relieved that I'm not going to be working on Gensou Narratograph because I think it's like a big 300-page, essentially manual, so as cool as it would be to like translate that kind of thing and provide it to a wider audience, it's also gigantic, and I'll be honest, I like translating technical stuff, kind of like attack descriptions, manual related stuff. I don't really mind it that much. But at the same time, it would definitely take up a lot of time. I don't think I would have even been able to start it until next year. Because I'm working on Bohien and Double Decline right now. I'll have Labyrinth of Touhou 2. Sorry, 3. Try specifically. Probably either late this year or sometime early, at the very latest, like mid next year. That'll be starting on properly. Alice in the Dollhouse in a Dream in the near future too. Is going to be to the point where I can like sit down and properly translate what's left and insert it. Oh, I'm stupid. Hold on. Yeah, no, I need to come from the other side if I want to check that. I can't like skip around like I'm trying to do here. It's one way, so. Now let's toggle green again and just go back through the way we came. I think I can toggle red as well. Let's toggle red. In fact, if I do that, I could just walk through there. So I'm gonna get over to... Alright, so, okay. Well, first of all, where does this go? Is this just a shortcut to, like, right over there? No, where am I? Way up here. Okay. That's kind of worthless. Hold on. I guess if I'm gonna go up there anyway, let me do the blue one up in the corner first, I guess. Just so it's out of the way, basically. And I'll toggle blue back to what it was, I suppose. And we'll go check out the other stuff, yeah? Oh, it's empty. For now. Okay, thanks. There's gonna be something in there later. Alright. Fine, fine. Alright, toggle blue back, and we go over this way, I think. Okay, so we're going up there through green, not through red. For starters here. We go down here because up is a dead end. In other recent news, I played Dumb Keeper. So about a week or so back, I had to stay up for a stream, I think, or I was just trying to stay up in general and reset my schedule. I forget the exact circumstances. But essentially, like, it was late at night. I wanted something I could just do that was kind of like low brain power. And Dumb Keeper was on sale, I believe. It had been something I've been looking at for a while. Marissa, do you hear something? Yeah, there's something. This is the sound of battle. Oh, Reimu, a bunch of people are fighting past that valley. People, huh? Namu-san. She's fast. Hehe, the magic within my suture skulls can enhance any human to the standard easily. Have at ye. Ugh, don't get overconfident, you commoner. There. If you only pay attention to Byakuren, you're going to be in a world of hurts. Why, all of you impertinent fools. The golden glow has finally arrived. We are not quite a match for that. Byakuren, we retreat now. You won't get away. Yeah, so they're trying to like whittle her down by making her activate her stuff, and then they just leave. And off they go. Hope those two managed to get away. Both of them seem quite used to battle. I suppose I should expect no less from a head priest and the Enma. The priests I know aren't the type to melee in the front line, though. They're so behind the times, Corn. Priests can do real good work by dumping everything into strength. True, true. Use the big heavy hammers. And you can use bladed weapons for the blast, too. But they have to be a blast. Is that so? Yep, that is so. I'm sure those two should be able to get away easily, and they help to exhaust Tenchi, too. What's bugging me more now is Tenchi's behavior. Her power's still there, but her personality's all out of whack now. When we bumped into her on the 6th floor, she still acted like the normal Tenchi. Yeah, that floor, the Celestial did indeed seem more like the playful type. The bloodthirsty Celestial she is now seems like a different person in comparison. I don't think the power she attained has anything to do with it. Surely no one changes that much from power. Care to test that theory once we get the Amino Murakumo back? I like myself as I am right now, thank you very much. Besides, the Amino Murakumo didn't acknowledge me when it was in my hands, right? Don't be so sore. I do agree though. If power changes you that much, then it's something I don't want either. Anyway, let's not get left behind by them. We've got our own path to walk. Agreed. Let's keep on moving. How entitled of Reimu to say that when she's the protagonist and has more power than she could ever need. Yeah, you don't want that kind of power because you don't need it, Reimu. You're good to go, I think. So yeah, Dumb Keeper. It was a fun old game. I think it was on sale for like $7. Might still be on sale. I think the sale probably ended actually, so maybe not. But for anyone who likes that kind of game, it's like you go down and mine stuff in the mines, you come up, you upgrade your equipment, and then you do a fight. Like once the timer runs out, basically. Every day. And you just keep on going and surviving, and you're supposed to like find a specific thing down in the mines to like get it, bring it up, and end your run. It sticks to like its concept well. It's very, very fun. It doesn't have super great replay value once you've tried out like the multiple characters and dome types and all the different map sizes and stuff, and seen a lot of the different like upgrades and modules you can get. So I basically experienced what the game has. So I'm done with it, but I probably got a good. I can actually check. How many hours did I get out of Dome Keeper? Let me go look. Dome Keeper. 11 hours. Yeah, okay. It's not bad. And the store page says... Yeah, so it's not on sale anymore. It's $17.99. I mean, I guess depending on what you want for in games, maybe that could be a bit steep for 11 hours. But if it's on sale, I would definitely recommend it for anyone who likes that kind of game. Basically like mining games. I like mining games. Mining is something I enjoy in games. Bringing up resources and doing various things with them, getting upgrades. Feels good for the brain, you know? And those can be nice games to have sometimes. Says the guy who likes incremental games. So, yeah. I'm kind of vulnerable to that kind of genre there. The numbers go up genre. Guess the game has some mods too, but not very many of them, surprisingly. I kind of thought that a game like that would have more mods. To be fair, it did just get like a big update recently that I think broke a lot of them. But there weren't many on the workshop to begin with. I was hoping to have like more of a modding community, like overhaul mods that like change the pace of the game or give you like totally different upgrade trees, but whether it's because of lack of interest or maybe like the modding API or whatever is too rigid, there isn't really much to go off of there, sadly. So that's kind of a real shame. I could have probably gotten quite a few more hours out of it if there was more to do. But I enjoyed what time I did spend with it for sure. I don't think I've really played anything else new recently. Again, Elden Ring with a friend. It's been a good time. I'll probably play more later today. On that note, I've got a lot of streams I have to get to this week. Dylan was playing Harvest Yuka yesterday. I am watching that and taking note of like typos and wording changes I'd like to make and stuff. Cutscene. Whoa, what's this? What the? Yikes, this is terrible. The place that Raymond's group arrived at was littered with the bodies of horribly charred monsters. 1, 2, 3. There was easily a few dozens of them. What kind of overpowered attack could have burned all these monsters at once? Maybe it's the same person who made that crater at the floor below. Really, who the heck could have done this? Ah. What's up? My lady? What, cat got your tongue too, Sakuya? Oh, wait, you mean... I was just thinking that I hadn't heard or seen anything of her in ages. What did you do to her? We did nothing. It's none of your business anyway. My lady, this is why I advised you to bring her along with us on our picnic. That would have been terrible. If we did bring her along, we wouldn't be having a picnic. We'd be having a splatterfest amidst the blazing fires of hell. I suppose that is true. Amelia, what are you going on about? Please, Remy, you're dense. It's nothing. This conversation's over. I saw nothing. I would think it would be best to be honest about the situation. They're not fooling anyone. Anyone who's played Touhou before knows exactly what that conversation was about. So yeah, just talking about... Oh yeah, Harvest Yuka stream yesterday. There's a Genius Disappear stream today. Dylan is very nearly done with the game. He's in like the post-game expansions post-game. I still think there's probably another 3 or 4 streams left, honestly, if he wants to like fight all the bosses, finish all the quest bosses and stuff like that as well. But we'll see exactly how long it takes. I don't really know. And then I think Thursday on his schedule is another Harvest Yuka stream. So I'm glad he's enjoying that. It's kind of a weird game, and I talked about this on a stream recently too in chat, but it's a game that like touts itself as like, oh, relax, play at your own pace. You know, live your own chill farm life. And yeah, I guess, but at the same time, for all the game's endings, and this is something I strongly suggested that devs change, but to my knowledge they haven't, and I don't think they plan on it. Essentially, so how it works is, at the end of year 1, or 120 days where you start. So if you start in winter, you have until like next winter. You don't have 30 days until spring in that case. So after a year's worth of in-game time, the game will check to see which endings you qualify for. And you'll get a list you can choose from, and you can see one of those endings. Just one. And then it lets you keep playing if you want. So what you need to do for one thing, problem number 1, is that you need to make a save before this, otherwise you can never see the other endings. You'll have to, like, start over, so you need to, like, keep multiple saves for this. Which is kind of silly already. I suggested, like, okay, in, like, the quest menu, which is, like, the achievements kind of menu as well, just make it so, like, if you hit start on, like, the last quest, like, the one that's, like, hey, this is, like, the ending quest and whatnot, that you can, like, bring up that list again. That would have been cool, I think, but didn't happen. So that was, like, one of my big suggestions. The other problem, of course, is once you pass that point, like, even if you get the requirements for the other endings fulfilled, you can't see them. So essentially, if you want to get everything out of the game, you need to do your best to, like, race to qualify for all the endings before the first year is up. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on some stuff, and you'll have to play through again. And it means there isn't really any purpose in continuing the playthrough either. Unless you're the kind of person who can get, like, that intrinsic enjoyment out of it, I guess. And for me, I don't really feel like it's that satisfying. I don't really feel like that intrinsic enjoyment is really there very strongly. I feel like a lot of the game's charm is in its cutscenes. Stuff like the fishing it doesn't have like a Fishpedia or anything like that. So it doesn't feel like you're filling in a list of like, oh, I've caught this fish, I've caught this fish, and whatnot. I've caught all the fish at the Misty Lake, I've caught all the fish at Scarlet of a Mansion. That kind of thing. There isn't anything like that, which I think is kind of a shame. There's no like completionist aspect there. The only completionist stuff is like all the endings or all the achievements, I think, or like best friends with all the characters, which is probably an achievement on its own as well. So yeah, it's a really weird game, and I feel like there are a lot of things they could have and should have handled better. It's fine in its own right, but I feel like there's a lot of like wasted potential and missed opportunity there for sure. So because of that, it ends up being less of a relaxing experience and more like, well, I mean, I guess you're either going to know about the endings and try to like race through and talk to all the important characters and grow specific stuff and whatnot, and worry about like, oh no, they don't have my rose seeds in stock, I'm not going to be able to do the Quisha and stuff like that, and get stressed out over it. Or you're not going to know about it and you're going to reach the end of the game and you might be a bit caught off guard, potentially, depending on, I guess, what you want out of this kind of game, really. For some people it probably won't bother them at all, but for some people they'll be really annoyed and it'll kind of just totally turn them off from the experience, I think. Just that green one over there left, so I can just walk there from the start if I turn off green, I guess. Don't know what's inside yet, but we'll find out, I guess. Almost done on 11. Though we're clearly going to have to come back here, because there's a lot of like empty spots that don't have anything. Surely there's going to be some kind of events there. I'm not exactly sure what, but we'll see. Maybe there's just more Nazarene events over there, but I feel like that's not the case. After we've done this one, we'll see. I don't recall the specifics of that, I gotta say. Oh, that reminds me, I want to check something on Twitter. So I put out like a little call early on in Japanese. So I'm helping out a supporter and kind of a friend of mine, who is, so he's part of, oh god, I forget what it's called, but it's like this community that like, they like talk about power levels in like different universes like Mario and Sonic and stuff, and like pit the characters against each other. It's like this kind of thing where like essentially they overanalyze lore in tidbits like that. So it's like the FNAF Phantom basically, but for like Mario and Sonic and that kind of thing. I'm sure there's other stuff in there, but essentially like there's some stuff in Mario Party 5 and many other games too, but let's talk about Mario Party 5 for right now. That I guess Mario's power level heavily hinges on, and like kind of the structure of like the Mario universe and how things are written and work in tandem is partially decided by like just a couple lines in Mario Party 5 related to like universes and space and dreams and all that. And the English translation is just outright bad. The original Japanese text is vague at best as well. So I'm kind of trying to help them figure out like what this is saying, but we're kind of at a point where like, well, I have like an interpretation of this, but it's open for other interpretations, and I'm not sure about the intention of the creators of the game when they wrote it, because obviously they didn't think about it this far. There's only like so much I can do there. So I was saying like, if we could get our hands on the Japanese manual for the game, or the official strategy guide, because there's an official in-house Nintendo strategy guide for Mario Party 5. Maybe we'll see some more lines about this, and maybe there's like just a little like word or just a really brief, simple sentence that would answer some of these like vague questions that we have here, and help figure things out and make it a bit more tangential. But you can't find either of those online. Let's see, I'm just trying to map out this room. I gotta get back up there because I think that's Suika. Right there? Okay, I want to go from below. Back down to the 9th floor, hold up. So yeah, I asked a couple Japanese acquaintances of mine, a friend and a dev that I happen to know as well, who I thought might have one, but what's the green thing over there? I can't recall what that is. I'm gonna go look. What is this? Oh, here she is. Oh, never mind. Oops. We ain't got that sake anymore, but we've got some that's even more expensive right here. It's called pure, high-quality sake, butterfly. Eh? Sake even better than that? How is it even possible? Gimme. No can do. If we give it to you, you'll empty it in a flash and run off. How about this then? You join our great tree exploration party, and for each exploration run we do, you get one small cup of this sake. What are you, some kind of drug lord? Why, you shrine maiden? Blah. How unfair. You know I can't say no to that. You want to talk about unfair? How about the One who drinks all those super expensive sake in one swig, then runs away without repaying the favor or even a word of thanks? In other words, we're collecting the debt you owe us. So how about it, Suika? If you want this sake, join us. Oh, no helping. I'm getting tired of climbing this place alone anyway. Alright, I surrounded you all. Now hand the sake over. Did we say just now? You get 1 cup per exploration run. So unfair. Joined the party. We coerced her at best. Alright, so that's settled. So other things. For one, I think on the 10th floor there's a rock for her too, unless that's a rock for something else. I'm gonna go check that. Oh, I'm at the place that I can get to the other one. I want to see what this was. Oh, over here. That's fine too, whatever. What was this event? First things first, that I thought was Suika but wasn't. Kill. This is more of the fun event. This area smells burnt. Oh, maybe. Oh, it does. Where is the smell coming from? It all becomes clear. Marissa racing over there. Ooh. Kaguya, huh? She's burnt all over. Princess, are you okay? Ooh, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Princess. You all sure are having fun. Racing, someone who can joke around at this kind of time clearly can't be to her. Yeah, I know. I just figured I'd play along. Wait a minute, Racing. You should be more concerned about me. I should, but I find it increasingly hard to work for someone who's stubbornly left on her own, despite everyone else's advice not to. Besides, Princess, you have the Fire Rat's robe. Even so, those flames were very much unforgiving. Honestly, what was that? Oh yeah, Calabria, who burned you up so badly? I do not know. I was wandering around the desert when suddenly a storm of fire whipped up all around me, and I was enveloped in its flames. It felt like someone was at the core of the fire, but I may have been hallucinating. Whatever the case, it would be best if you were prudent. Honestly, Master's been so worried. This is no more than you deserve for constantly running away from Master and Ringyu's group. There's a little I can argue with there. Remember, this may be a little late, but do allow me to join your merry band. I don't feel like returning just yet. Okay. Why, that was a quick decision. I was hoping for something more conflicted and dramatic. Why would you? There's no reason for us to refuse reinforcements. I suppose so. In that case, I'll be in your care for the time being. Let's work together well, shall we? Good. Kaguya is a glass kid, and she's kind of hard to switch in. She dies incredibly quick. She's slow. She's basically a second Patchley, I think. More or less. Well, I never did put Suika and Kaguya in to check them out. I'll do that up in the next boss fight, I think. Not right now. So that's settled. Back to 410 real quick, though. That rock that I think also might be a Suika rock. I'm gonna go take a look. Oh, and I can go say hi to Erin, no? Unless she's moved. Can you go back down and get her after this? I'll go look. I'm not quite sure offhand. Oh. Oh, right, yeah. This thing is respawned, huh? Okay. I don't know what we want for this yet. We'll see, but I guess we'll have to fight it to get around here. Okay. What are you weak to? How do you feel about dark moves? Your resistance, but you don't like fire. Okay. I guess that's fine. We'll use fire then. That's pretty good damage, yeah. Okay, inflict terror if we can. Never mind. Good. So, I guess I'll still put this on for Hina's sake. And fire would be Orin, so let's bring that in. Let's wheel this thing. Now confines it. And I think we want to... I don't know which of these is stronger, really. It's the enemy's mind. Well, let's use this, because Satsuki doesn't have any attack. This is probably better. Pretty good. he's not doing much there. What the heck? I'm surprised. He's got like debuffs on and everything. Strange. Yeah, let's hope we can eat this win out. Yeah, I didn't expect much from that, but I was curious. So wind works fine. So what is this thing's defense like? That did okay damage. Decent enough. Yeah, it's just gonna keep charging up over and over again now. Alright. That's fine, just a couple more small hits will do, honestly. This might be enough. There we go. Okay. So... what was I talking about before? The Mario Party stuff, yeah. So, I don't know, on occasion, I order stuff from Japan from, White Rabbit Express, or I think they're under a different name now. And I, like, ship it all to me in a batch, which is nice, because it saves on shipping a lot. So, I'm thinking, like, if this friend of mine wants to cover the costs, or just send a bit toward them, I could get the strategy guide and the instruction booklet next time I order stuff, but that might be a while. Money's going to be very, very tight in the near future, so I don't really know when I'll next be able to afford like a batch of Dojin games or books or whatever I want to grab. But I suppose it's an option for when that time comes, if he's still curious about it. Same Bodo. Morning. Morning, Burb. Yeah, I mean, part of me, like, looks forward to living more independently. But at the same time, I don't know, it'll be rough. But I guess it'll be kind of nice, like, as long as I'm making over, like, my life expenses, I can say, like, oh, look at this, like, extra money I have this month I can spend on whatever. You know? I could, like, commission some emotes from Ferdy, I could put it toward, like, a batch of games or something I want to buy from Japan, that kind of thing. Okay, I need to go put it higher up this way. It'd be kind of nice, like, being able to really dedicate my money to whatever I want without, like, pressure of, like, oh, you know, my spouse might not really be fond of this. Or, like, I'm gonna have to feel bad about spending this money. Like, it's my money. I don't feel bad about anything. It's nice. So, you know, obviously there's downsides too, but I kind of look forward to the new life I'll be living soon. I just wish all the cats weren't so expensive to take care of. Got too many of these guys. Suikador. I think this is just gonna be the butterfly sake. Just, you like get back all the sake that you buy for through these. Oh, that's the deer one. I think these just give like HP recovery or something, right? That's in P and TP, okay. Alright, whatever. Okay, so where are we here? Oh, so we have an event up at the upper left now. So I guess I have to go check that. The easiest way to do this is to leave and go back in real quick, I guess. We're 11. And yeah, I can just go right up through here. This brings you to the northwest, or just north. However you really want to describe, like, isometric games directions, I don't know. Wait a minute, look at that figure over there. Where? My, that's a familiar face. Oh, perfect. I was just wondering if I was going to be able to go meet Aaron, so this works. This is a conundrum. To have climbed this far and not seen the sight of the princess. Perhaps I should climb a bit higher? Honestly, where could the princess have gone off to? Where you ask? Definitely not above, because she is right here. Princess? I see, so you were with Marissa's group. I see you've all been taking good care of her. Thank you very much. No, she's level 1, she hasn't left the village yet. That wasn't a big deal. By the way, where did you find the princess? She was on the 10th floor and is black and burnt as charcoal. The 10th floor. My, so I'd completely overtook the princess and was able to climb upwards to find her. Oh, be quiet. What were you trying to say anyway? My, nothing of course. Heh. Anyway, since the princess is with your group, perhaps I should accompany you as well. Is that okay with you, Aaron? I would have thought you'd instantly drag Kaguya back to Aante with you. That would be for the best if I could. But, Princess, do you have any intention to return to Aante yet? No, I am absolutely not going back yet. Why do I have to stay away from something so amusing? And there you have it, Raymond. I don't really get what I'm supposed to have. Allow me to summarize. The princess insists on remaining here. Thus, if I drag her back to Entei by force, she will definitely come back up at some point to escape and come back here again. You can count on it. I have certainly learned that much from observing the princess at Entei for all this time. Since the princess insists on staying, the most effective course of action would be to allow it while staying by her side. Do you not agree? Sort of, and maybe not in a way. You've really had a tough time of it, huh? So would it be acceptable if I were to be in your care? That's fine with me. What about you, Kaguya? Gross. Ugh, just when I thought I could finally unwind, Mom has to join the group. Your displeasure means little as long as Reimu has given her permission, I'm afraid. I'm already making several concessions, so do try to compromise as well, Princess. Anyway, everyone, I'll be in your care for a while. Pleased to work with you. Weird dynamic here where, like, he is basically Kaguya's mom. Fix that up before that gets too blinding. No light allowed in this room. I'm just checking something real quick here. We're muting a little group chat. Ugh. Red's showing me more stuff he's having Bing generate. Let me go see if I've used Nazrin enough now. By used, I mean I've just let her observe from the front line for a little while, but maybe I can get that event out of the way. And if so, I'll be ready to move on to the 12th floor. Well, I'll move on anyway, but nonetheless, it'd be nice to have less stuff to come back for later. Obviously. Something wrong, Naz? No, it's the same as before. No, it is. Something's buried in the ground there, ain't it? Ah, this is one of Lady Byakuran's suture skulls. But, okay, we're good. We'll skip through this. But nice, alright. That's out of the way. Okay, so we're good to move on to 12. No boss on that floor. 42 levels up. Good on you, Aaron. Aaron's a healer character, primarily. We'll probably want her for certain fights. She's got a cool thing that lets her overheal characters, and it's either max HP temporarily, which is really nice. So we're on this floor, okay. This has some hard boss fights. Which will be fun, I think. Nice challenge. I think I'll keep Nazrin in the front line for a while, because she has more of those, eventually. More of those affection checks, so. Money. Yeah, let's see, what else is there? What else has happened in my life recently? Let's see, it feels like there's something else I can talk about. Oh, in addition to Dylan streaming Touhou Bohien, sometime this month, we also have plans for him to stream Rigid Memory, which will be in Japanese, but I have a sheet that I've put all of the games, well, not all of it, but all the major cutscenes and stuff, translations for into it that I had lying around from when I did the video on the game. And I've got like, kind of codes like 1B, 3F and whatnot that like correspond to different parts of the game. So essentially I've got like a spoiler-free sheet you can read. Everything's separated so you don't accidentally get a peek of like future cutscenes and stuff. And he'll be doing kind of like a guided, partially translated playthrough of it. And I'll be linking the sheet, like, not in chat, because I can't put links in Dylan's chat usually, but in the server, and probably have a mod link in chat for me, so people can follow along in there if they're like, God, what's with this place? There are lots of traces of Danmaku's sword slash marks around here. These Danmaku traces look like Suiko's, similar to snake-type spell cards. Ah, yes they do. What are these sword marks then? I guess it could be traces of Tenchi going wild? That's about the only sword wheel that Suiko could meet around here. Which means Suiko met Tenchi at some point. I wonder if she's okay. Okay. So yeah, Rigid Memory is like... It's a short little horror game, but it's really well made. As I guess probably a lot of new stuff is, so... I'm glad that more people are going to get to see it, even if it's not in like a proper translated state. I don't think that many people really saw my video, even from Dylan's community. I don't think a lot of people watched it, so it'll be nice, like, being able to kind of show it off to more people with Dylan as a medium, essentially. Oh, good, we can get through. This must be the last sake then. Yep, there we go. Nice. I might actually put that on Saturday. It's just MP and TP, so Both of those are good for everyone, really. Okay, go with that one. Oh dear. Let's not engage with that. So... 4, and this gives 4 and 4. Nice. That's better. She tends to run out of TP pretty quickly too, so... anything's a help, huh? I don't know if we want this, but let's hit it. What's the worst you could do? Helix Weathercup. Original name. Very fantasy sounding, which is good. I've got a few skill names kind of like that in DODW. I had to get kind of creative with some of them. Because if you've got a name that's like just 5 kanji in a row, and you just literally translate every kanji, it's going to sound really bad. So I had to kind of get creative. I don't have my sheet up at the moment, otherwise I could give some examples. But I had fun with that. All the skill names are good to go for DoD already. Last I was working on it, I was finishing up the items flavor text. So there's still a bit of that left to go, but we'll get there. I have a little bit more to go on Bohemian first, which needs to be done sometime this month, so... DoD is somewhat on hiatus. I'd say more of a pause than a hiatus, really, because it's going to be for a short period, but still. Now we're getting back to it soon. Let's see what's behind this, then I'll probably go refresh the party again. Maybe I should actually start using those. I've got 2 of them lying around now. Alright, let's see. Who do we have in the party that we would benefit from awakening that we haven't yet? Well, first, refresh me. Who do I have in the party right now? Orin, maybe? Hina's already awakened, right? No, Hina's not awakened. I would just awaken Hina. And maybe Orin too, I don't know. Hina. So I know, what was it? This one? I don't think she gets like the full effects from something, right? Yeah, it's this one. I mean, it's still pretty nice, honestly. She only gets like 1/3 of the thing, but it's still good. And she'll just get some free stats and stuff too. Yeah, we'll just make her this, why not? Whatever. It's benefits. So, I don't know. I might throw in someone like, I already have Patchily Enlightened. Maybe Suika. I like Remelia, but she's really hard to use at this point in the game. She's single target for now. I do have Sakuya too. Sakuya is just a good character all around. I could use Suika. I don't really use Suika very often, honestly. Let's use Suika. Let's make her into a warrior, I suppose. So let's swap the party one just a little bit. I'm not going to get too in-depth right now because I want that to wait until I'm ready to actually do a boss fight. But still, I'm just going to put her in at the very least. And Rayleigh's good in boss fights. I'll swap Iku back out, I suppose. And put Patchily in. I'm trying to like use the awakened characters. Alright. Back to 12. Patchily might just die if we do this, but let's put her in here anyway. Let's put Nazareth into the back line. I guess I'll have to redo this, but that's fine. This is kind of a mishmash, but we'll go with it. So, okay. Go. Oh, okay, I see. I switched it on the other side. Okay, makes sense. Gotcha. Let me take a look at things here. So, alright, let me grab that item. I'll do that first. Hold on. I'll go through the other routes and whatnot. Komachi's just here to be a tank and to give Satori this really good move. Kinda funny how she works. Doesn't really do all that much on her own. I can't wait to see what kind of characters there are in 3, like, gameplay-wise. And, like, a character-wise perspective, too, like, as to, like, who's gonna make it in. I don't really know, honestly. Besides what's already been revealed, so. These are things that I'm sure the dev would probably tell me if I asked, but I'm gonna wait for it to be a surprise for now. I wonder if before I translate I could get him to send me a copy of the game so I could just do a playthrough like on my own beforehand. I think I'd like that. I'll ask him. He'll probably oblige me on that. I've had devs do that before for games that I haven't played. Alice dev did that. I got to play through the game first before even starting translating, which was nice. I had a really good time with that. Even though it's not translated fully, I am still considering just doing like a run through the Japanese version on stream because it's such a good game. It's like totally unheard of in the West, which is a shame. Should have more attention than it does. But we'll get there when we get there, maybe. I have other things I'm still streaming first. Let's not even talk about Meatball Craft. The Eternal Mod Pack. I guess at one point if I wanted, I could always put Meatball Craft on like official hiatus until like the pack is finished or something if I wanted. I don't know. It was kind of actually bad to do because those guys are going to escape anyway. Oh, good, we got that one. Okay. Get these guys before they go up, please. Ooh, it's not good. It's not good. Brain Fingerprint always hits, but I don't think Satori's going to get a turn. We'll probably miss. Ooh, okay. If Satori can get a turn, she can hit that last one. It's a big if, though. Oh. Well, I guess today we just get lucky and we hit him up in the air anyway. That's usually not what happens. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Works for me. But yeah, Alice game. Alice game is cool. I do have like a rough draft of the story all translated and good to go. That I could just read off from Notepad as I play. If I could find like which section was which I could just do with a simple control F, so it might be cool. But yeah, I've got like this, and I've got Meatball Craft, I think is like the long-term games, right? I don't think I was playing any other long-term ones. Like I got Genso Band and Noita, those are things I pick up and play whenever. So I don't think there was anything else like long-term I was playing. I got 40 like Meatball Craft VODs up on my channel now, jeez. That's certainly something. But yeah, honestly, if I did want to at one point, like, put Meatball Craft on hiatus, it would open up opportunities to play other stuff, which I think would be nice. Both for, like, viewers and for, like, my... oh god. My mental. Because I am enjoying it, but at the same time, it almost does feel like I'm trapped playing it too, you know? You gotta be careful with that when committing to long games. Let's see what this is. Did it say it was a main? Should I have spirits? It must be in here somewhere, right? Something I'm going to suggest to the dev, for 3 is like, let's say I pick up something I've never picked up before. Give it like a little new tag in here, so I can find it more easily. Oh, here it is. 48, okay, cool. Because I feel like it's... yeah, it's not set alphabetically or anything, so you really don't know where it's going to be, you know? It's just a little bit... it's not really super annoying, but it's inconvenient for sure, I would at least phrase it as. Oh, I got those birds. Brain fingerprinted. That did nothing. Yeah, let's just run away from the birds, honestly. They're not worth it right now. Okay, put whoever out here, I don't really care. I'm probably just gonna run from fights for a bit. Alright, let's just get whatever's over in there, I guess. Item, alright. That's fine. We'll go the other way next time, I suppose. But if it's not obvious, I haven't had the Meatball Craft server up recently, like passively. I don't think there was really anyone else playing on it besides, sometimes G-Man would play when I come on. But aside from that, I don't think anyone's really been on. Oh, so one of my servers did start playing it on their own recently, which I'm glad. It's cool. Hold on. Mom. Okay. So yeah, like if I were to do that, it would open up. Oh, I have to go back around the other way? Oh, I do. Okay, I see, I see. It would open up, like, kind of a slot in my non-schedule to play something else. Okay. I've got kind of a schedule for the day, but it looks at 10, which is an hour and 15 minutes away. I'll be riding out with my aunt to grab a quick coffee from town, so probably might as well wrap up at that point so I don't have to, like, AFK for 15 minutes and come back. That's a bit much, you know? I've done that once before on stream, but I always feel kind of weird doing it. Not really great practice yet, so we'll get done as much as we can before then, I suppose. I mean, I guess at the same time, we were playing 2 RPGs at once, but I don't mind that necessarily. No, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. A nice quick run of Alice game. I say quick, but it's still like a fairly sizable game. I don't have like a timer of how long I took, but it was a couple days, maybe 3 or 4 even, that I took to finish it. Played it over most of a weekend, maybe more? I don't recall. Wallbreaker armband. What are? Tell me. Okay. Oh, okay, got it. You become a ghastly. Okay. Yeah, I think if I can find the time this week, I'm going to start up a run of Alice in the Dollhouse in a Dream and stream with my translation. It'd be nice to revisit the game as kind of like preparation for probably in a few months or so. So I'll mention what I wrote up real quick on my Patreon supporter only post the other day, since it's not really like there's significant news, and really like the private part of that post was like the screenshots and videos and stuff I showed off. But it sounds like most likely, at the very least, this is what the devs are aiming for. They're aiming to have the final update done by, I think, early mid-December. So if that's the case, I'll be able to pause DoD or whatever I'm working on at the time. I went the wrong way. And work on that real quick, then get out of the way. Because I don't think DoD will be done by then. Most likely. Let's try to just proof. Oh, that's it's a class thing. Nice. Don't you dare kill me before I get those spaces. Let me out. Okay, good. Alright, that's where the boss is, so let me go ahead here. Go back in like this. I think Strategist was... Was Strategist the, like, busted one that you put on Aya and she gives you, like, free turns at the start of the battle sometimes? Or is that, like, named something different? I can't quite recall offhand. Okay, so we need to trigger that from up there. Then just walk back around. Oh, it's really easy. Okay. I think there's a shortcut in there too, so that'll save time in the future. Up through this way. And this away. And I'll probably grab the other one before doing the fights as well, I guess. Let's go do the other half of the floor first, you know? If it's not obvious, this is one of those floors that has like a boss on each end of it, and you have to beat both bosses before you can move on and whatnot. Anyone who's played an RPG probably understands. Nice. Movie, she's got really good accuracy. I actually did a lot of damage. She does have like... Well, actually no, we took like the big glaive of paint off of her. Oh, we can put one back on. We have another one. Nice. Yeah, honestly, like, that's pretty good damage. It's just a shame it's a single target, but maybe her AoE would do some good damage. It is wind type, isn't it? Yeah, maybe I should have been using Momiji more here. Maybe. Do something here. Yeah, you can take that. Momi can take, I don't believe it pain then. Cool. Yeah, you know, it's tougher being a streamer than people give it credit for. You want to play specific games, and you also want to finish the games you're playing. I'd still barely label myself as a streamer, if at all, to be fair, but it's tough. It's a real juggling act for sure. Okay, so I think our party's still a ways off from 48, right? Yeah, our highest is 46 right now. Sato is only 41, so okay. Real quick before I move on, let me go grab water, coffee, use the bathroom, all the usual stuff, and I will be right back. Hold on. You know, I gotta say, I'm really relieved that someone told me I was muted a couple minutes into the stream. Otherwise, I'd probably be sitting here an hour and something in, and I'd probably still be muted. Hey, 30. Yeah, I didn't know what to put on that. I feel like at one point I want to like commission you for like a little dancing Touhou character, something to like put up here in the middle. But I need money to not be so tight first. So in the future, expect me to come to you with a lot of commissions. I just need to like adjust to my upcoming life changes first. And get used to like budgeting for myself basically, you know? So yeah. I talk often about like my sleep schedule issues. Yeah, I've never really been able to maintain a good sleep schedule. I often just find I have the desire to like stay up when I shouldn't and mess it up. But I'm thinking like, if I were to have a sleep schedule and it were like a consistent one that fits all my needs. So my daily needs, like I need to be here from like 2 to 4 p.m. or so. Because that is the time where my best friend is typically available for games. He lives over in the UK. He's 5 hours ahead of me. So he gets home, you know, at like 1:30 or so my time, does some daily stuff he has to do, and he's free for games at 2 p.m. And he can't really stay up past like maybe 5 or so, 6 my time, 7 sometimes. So it's best if we can play like 2 to 4, 2 to 5 or so. So that's something I try to do most days. And then sometimes I want to be there for Dylan's stream, which he streams from 4 to 9, 5 days a week. So let's say he's playing my game in slot 2. And when I say my game, I mean like something translated like Harvest Yuka, GOS, or whatever. That would mean he'd be streaming from 6:30 to 9 p.m. EST. So I need to, at the very least, be here from 2 p.m. to 9 if we're to like design a catch-all, always works schedule for me, besides like extreme weird outliers. So I guess like with that in mind, if I'm also to somehow make room for me to stream some days in there, I would probably, instead of like streaming from like, I don't know, midnight to 6 or something silly like I'd usually do, I would stream earlier in the day, but not like at a weird time. Then probably, so I'll just skip to the conclusion here. I guess what would work for me is going to sleep sometime between like 9 and midnight. Let's say I go to sleep at midnight. Then I get up like somewhere between 6 and 8 or so. You know, 6 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep, whatever I need that night, basically. Then that would give me time before like 2 p.m. later that day, when I usually stop doing what I'm doing with my friend. That'd give me time to translate and to stream if I wanted to. Now, I just don't know how I could keep myself to that schedule. Because I know sooner or later, like, I'm just going to be watching YouTube videos and I'm going to be like, you know, I want to stay up an extra couple hours. But if I could keep it to like the general, that general pattern, it might be okay. So I don't know. Something to maybe try, something to strive for. Out of MP. That's fine. Hopefully like just 2 trips over here should be good. I need to get the boss shortcut as soon as I can. But at the same time, I must map out every space, because otherwise I won't be happy with myself. The players are going to do this anyway. The dev could stand to like add in like a tracker for like how much you mapped of each floor. I don't think there's anything like that right now. I want to say Etrian Odyssey might have something like that. Or at the very least, if it doesn't show you a percentage, I know you, in some of the games, like you get something for doing on each floor. There's usually like an in-quest that says like, oh, bring us a full map of this floor. And you have to like draw on the walls and stuff yourself, assuming that you have that setting on. Where is... Oh, I see over there near that green one, there's another path I can take. Okay. Right down there. Oh, it's where the orb is. Okay. That's where you have to go. Got it. But yeah, sometimes there's like quests for that in Etrian Odyssey. So it would make some sense for the same kind of thing to be in here. I don't know. I'm not looking to control development here, really. Ooh. Nice. Okay. I'll actually go restock my MP real quick, though. Hold on. I don't know what the level requirements are going to be for this boss. I think it was like 48 or something, right? And we're still a ways off that for some characters, so we've got a bit of a let there, which is nice. For sure. I mean, Satori is probably not going to be a star player in the fight anyway, so let's stop looking at her level as, like, indicative of anything. Most Etrian Odyssey games only require a map to be close enough to being done to turn it in. It's been a long time, but yeah, that sounds right. I've played, like, Etrian Odyssey 1 through 4, but god, it's been so many years now. I've never went back and, like, played through them again. That does sound right, though. I know, like, some people don't really like the mapping at all. I've never minded it. But I've got a friend who like said that if he were to ever play the game, he would turn on the auto mapping, and it might still not be enough for him even. Some people just don't like that kind of stuff. Me, I think it's kind of fun. It's something kind of unique to that series that other games don't really do. Or at the very least, like, they encourage you to map, but they don't really, like, tangentially reward you for it in the game. Like, the wizardry games, yeah, you're gonna want to know where you're going there. La Moana, you're probably gonna want to know where you're going, but it hasn't game maps, so... But people still benefit from making notes. I've seen, like, crazy hand-drawn maps for La Moana that, like, have, like, people's notes on puzzles and stuff as they play through the games, and, like, stuff to go back and check out. And they're, like, madman writings, because that game is so crazy with its puzzles and its stuff that you're supposed to remember. It's really cool seeing that kind of thing. Oh, and I made like a map of Noita in Google Sheets, like kind of cell-based as I was playing through it, and it really helped my enjoyment of the game. Kind of like tracking the places I'd been and like, okay, I haven't checked the right of this area yet. I haven't checked like below this spot on the surface or something yet, because I don't know what's there. There could be anything there. Let's go see what's there. It was fun. I think that made the game kind of unique for me. a very unique game to begin with, to be fair though. Noita is good. Alright, so theoretically over here there's going to be like, oh, I could just go loop around, yeah, okay. I guess we'll get everything else done over here first though. Legendary Blunder. I already have a Legendary Blunder, what's that do? Oh, Shemshire. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's actually really good on Momi because she's got good defense anyway, so that's a nice upgrade for her. Blunder? Legendary Blender. I don't know if it's supposed to be something specific. Maybe it's the Blend Tech Blender. I don't really know what the dev was cooking. Is he a Regipack a Mega Man thing? Like from Legends? It just sounds like it's an E-Tank probably. I think that might be the case. I think I do remember there being just a photo E-Tank of the Japanese version. Again, I've played more of Japanese Labyrinth of Touhou than I have English. It's just been a little while. Only a couple years, but still. My memories fade quickly. Getting old. Right, so this will loop me around over here, which is nice. Let's fill in some of these little side areas, I guess. Grab some items. Sisyphone Edge. You want to explain what that is? Oh, I already have one. Okay, whatever. Before I go through there, let's go up here. A little path backwards too. Don't really care though. I don't want to do this fight. I'm kind of just excited to do the bosses, honestly, even though I know these ones are kind of suffering. So right now the boss thing is not blocked, so I don't want to hit this. I don't know why I would ever want to hit that. Right, it'd be so you could, Oh, I see, okay. I guess actually, yeah, I'll do this first, hold on. So go through here, back over here, and down across here. We'll get the boss last then. It's fine, I guess. I guess I can try this way if I can kill the bird. I can kill the bird. Please kill the bird. The bird's the threat here. Yeah, Reimu ain't really spec'd out like usual. I mean, like, who plays a fan game and uses Reimu in their party, right? It's boring. Head on over this way. Get the last optional section done. Then we'll go see the boss. Oh wait, no. Oh, this is the boss. Oh, right. The boss is this way, not the other way. Oops. Well, we have one other thing to go get then. That I could have gotten in this cycle, actually. I mean, I don't dislike Reimu at all. I just feel like she's always a little bit boring in RPGs. She's usually just like a light caster with a bit of defensive stuff. And I say like RPGs, you know, I've only got so much of a reference point. There only really is so much of a reference point as far as Touhou RPGs is concerned, but I don't know. I feel like in GOS there's always more interesting characters to use, and that's kind of the case for this too. She is really good in this game, don't get me wrong. Having her AoE heal is really, really helpful. Especially in boss fights, she's got like the big AoE defense buff. She's good to have. I guess I've never really tried to build her like full on offense. Maybe it's good. But I feel like the characters who can cover more elements are a bit more interesting. Says the guy who has Hina in his party, and Hina only has 2, but, well. Kinda like a jack of all trades. Well, she's a jack of all trades in that she's like buildable for offense or support. Kinda like tanky support. I guess if you want to call that jack of all trades, yeah, kind of. She has multiple roles. She's kind of versatile. But kind of like, there's usually better characters. I mean, that's what a jack of all trades is. Master of none, so. I always feel like there's like a more focused character that you might want for your composition than Reimu. Yeah, that's just my view on it. Certainly, like, ooh, I think that rock crystal's kind of rare. Certainly, if you like Reimu, absolutely like spam her in your party. Hey, Shoxus. It's like one of the big benefits of these games that like there's so many characters because you can just get by with your favorites if you want. Typically. Okay, yeah. Nash ain't gonna do anything. He's not even spec'd out at all. Yeah, I'm gaming for a while. I got like another hour to play, then I've gotta head off, but... Finally, back. He's back. He's back again. It's been a busy translating week, that's all. Let's see who can survive the bird. Ah, yes, the NTR type attack. The unfortunate nature abbreviation. We should have a discussion of that. Is it better to abbreviate the nature element as NTR or NAT? I feel like, you know, NTR looks fine, but it has connotations for some people that might be in the know. And NAT, I mean, yeah, like you could read it as like an abbreviation for natural if you felt like it, I guess, but it's good for nature as well. I'm not really sure. I'm too much of a loser, but I get a shortcut, so that's good. How many achievements do I have? I'll have to go look. Because I've had to translate quite a few RPGs, and I've always wondered about, like, the best way to do elements, and it very much depends. I think eventually you start to build up, like, kind of a system that you can use across multiple games, but sometimes you have to change things up. I remember at one point, I ran a poll on Twitter regarding a few... Oh, it was for Touhou Maiden. I wanted opinions on, like, some of the elements in there. Like, ground is kind of a weird one, right? Oh, it's way too friggin' hot around here. That was abrupt, yet somehow expected. It's hot enough to warrant spending on something to blunt the heat when we go back to the village for today. When we actually go back, it'll be quite cool thanks to the shade of the great tree, though. Can't we just let this great tree remain for a little while longer? We'll deal with it when the colder seasons come. Let's leave it around for the summer. Oh, Marissa, you know that... Wait, what the? What was with that flash of heat? It came from pretty close by. Over here, let's go. I'm gonna meet Flan. Yep. Boom, squeeze and kaboom. This isn't where we get her yet, though. That'll be later on. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Just picture the man dark laugh. One more time, kaboom. Oh boy, I knew it. That's Flan. Looks like she's playing around by reducing these monsters to cinders. Ah, that's one of the incinerated enemies at the floor below. That must have been Flan's handiwork. Rissa, Remilia, you knew about it but didn't say so, huh? I wasn't trying to hide it or anything. That was solid proof, so I didn't mention it. That's all. Did she set your pants on fire too, you liar? No point hiding anything now. Flan, what are you doing here? My, if it isn't my dear sister. My, if it is my dear heartless sister who left me behind while she went out on a fun and exciting picnic. That sounds nothing like Flan. You don't need to repeat yourself. It's important, so I had to. My, if it isn't my dear sister who leaves her own little sister at the mansion while she has fun. I get it already. I apologize for that, okay? So what are you even doing here? My, can't you tell by looking? I'm having lots of fun with the picnic. You feel like misreading Nat as natural still kind of works in a way. Yeah, I do too. I feel like it's not a harmful misinterpretation. It's very close, like natural and nature are related words, I'm sure. Etymology... Word history-wise speaking, Gogen Tekini, I'm sure one is probably based off the other. Probably natural off nature, so... Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. This kind of picnic looks like you want to find in hell. Honestly, this is why I didn't want to bring you along. I'm sure you're well aware of it yourself. I could have understood that if you'd at least told me. But you just went off with everyone else and had your fun without even uttering a single word. That was what I wasn't able to stomach. I have more to say on the matter I'll get to in a minute or two. That's why I went on my own picnic. After all, my dear sister doesn't care enough about me to even say something before she leaves me behind. As if you care what I'm doing or where I am. I told you that's not it. Stop swimming around your lavatain and listen to me already. Yeah, I can see the ending. It's filled with Danmaku. That'll really come true if you say it like that. I don't care, you idiot big sister. Did you just call me an idiot? Never mind that. Just calm down and listen to me. Don't wanna. Big sister's an idiot. Hey, baka. Wait, stop right there. Jeez. And there Fawn goes. How did it turn out this way? How do you think? Probably when her family and close servants all went out on a picnic and left her behind, I'd imagine. But just look at this cremated object that used to be one of Fawn's enemies. If we brought her along, it wouldn't have been a picnic at all. We could have at least kept tabs on her. You're missing Marissa's point. Whatever your reasons may be, excluding someone is always going to make that person angry. Where could Fawn have gone off to? You worried? Of course I am. I'm worried about Fawn herself and worried about whatever she's going to get herself up to up here. That second part worries me too. Same here, especially since she's pretty pissed off. It's okay, just let her run into Tenchi, she'll solve the problems for us. We should look for Flan as soon as possible. Honestly, Amelia, you should really learn. Tell that to Flan. Family issues. So yeah, with like a game that's got a lot of elements, like it's a bit more complex than you might think, like coming up with abbreviations for them. Like if you've got one, let's say the nature that you like abbreviate as NTR, then do you try to also abbreviate the longer ones by like cutting out characters? Or do you still want to abbreviate water as WAT instead of WTR? Do you go for like WAT because it's more consistent? Or for water because it's... sorry, did I say consistent? Because it's more accurate and like usually what you'd expect to see. Or do you remove the vowels and sync it with nature for consistency across the board? It's kind of a tough choice. I think you're probably better off just using whatever sounds best for each one and not worrying about the consistency. But some elements like ground are a bit tricky. I think what we went with for Touhou Maiden, and god, I eventually have to get back to Touhou Maiden. You know, I can actually bring it up. I'll bring it up and look. Projects. Awesome. What do we got here? Awesome info. Oh god, there's so many abbreviations in this game. The UI is so limited. So yeah, just the elements alone. So what I had to do... so in the end... What was this not the one with ground? I guess it's not. But, what was that game that I translated like ground for? Was it like an early translation of Touhou Maiden? Because now I have like sun, moon, fire, water, wood, metal, and earth. Oh yeah, I was asking if people wanted it to be ground or earth, but it makes sense to go with earth because it's supposed to be the 7 days. And it's supposed to be like Patchouli system and all that. So earth makes sense. So we went with ETH, so ETH. And metal is MET, but I could also see MTL working. Because you've got wood, which is WAD, which just looks kind of goofy. There's some words that are going to look kind of goofy no matter what you do. And Dawson's such a weird game. I'll be honest, I don't really look forward to getting back to translating Dawson. But it'll happen eventually. That's the plan, at least. It's just I want to prioritize official projects, and while Dawson is something that obviously Hachikuma knows about, it's something they aren't really prepared to like handle in an official capacity because of what that would mean. Because there's a lot of blatant copyright infringement in the game. So it's kind of a hands-off, they're not going to do anything about it if I translate the game kind of approach, which I very much understand, and I appreciate that at least being the case. Who was it that got debuff resistance earlier? It was Komachi. Not debuff resist, but a thing where negative defensive buffs are calculated positively, yeah. So this boss is going to kick our asses, but let's go in and just see how the fight goes. Oh, what's up? I feel something weird from around here. Something weird? Yes, and the feeling is getting stronger by the seconds. Is it because of that monster over there? What's that supposed to be, anyway? Doesn't look familiar to me. Then it's an enemy. Sure feels like one, anyway. I doubt it'll just let us walk away, either. Let's do this. So this is the mirror, then. Ugh. The fights in this floor are kind of big difficulty spikes, usually. So weak to cold. Okay. Get this sussed out, I guess. Cold. So just cold from what I see so far. Doesn't resist fire. It does resist dark, unfortunately. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna see how much damage we can do with Hina. I guess this would be better with Momi, but I feel like let's just swap Momi out. Actually, no. Let's have an attack with Hina first. So, what is defensive stats? Okay. Yeah, I want like defense piercing stuff, so this is kind of tough. I know Yugi is good for that. We don't have Yugi yet, and I'd rather avoid using her if I can anyway. What's the best way of handling this with like our characters, I wonder? Oddly, that did damage, even though it resisted it. Why is that? Does that have, like, defense-piercing properties? As in, like, it doesn't check enemy defense much? That must be the case. So, Air Confines kind of works, but it resists it. So we need to find more attacks that have good calculations, basically, I suppose. Let's check Kanako. Even if it means, checking her skills with Satori, maybe, which is fine. Satori's... Actually, she's not buffed either right now. Kanako is a little bit, though. So we just need to kind of scope the fight out first, a little bit. So she's got... Okay, she's got a cold attack. Beautiful Spring like Suiga would be good here, probably. Okay, that did damage and she's barely buffed. So if we have Satori do it... Alright. So we've got a couple good attackers here. Potentially. We'll just have Komachi debuff it, probably just spam their confines during the fight. So I'm thinking we'll probably want like those three, maybe Reimu as a healer / support. And to keep our defenses up. Alright, go ahead and kill me, and we'll sort that out. I guess I could see if Patchy can do any damage, but I kind of doubt it, honestly. Let's just take a look here. So I think she has the big concentrate, right? I don't know. Yeah, she isn't. Got the HP to survive, though. Something else, I guess there isn't a give up button for fights, is there? That would definitely be helpful. So yeah, that's two suggestions I'll try to make to the dev, like a give up button for fights and a like new indicator when you get an item. I've already suggested that for achievements actually, and he says he'll put that in, I think he said. Because as it is now, what was it exactly I want to see? There's like a thing about achievements I brought up to him the other day, a month or so back. I think it was, oh, I know what it was. When you get an achievement, when you actually finish it, it says what the reward is, but it doesn't say what the actual achievement is, so you don't know what you did to earn it, which is kind of stupid, so if you want to find out, you have to go here, and unless you've been checking, like, off all of these and getting rid of the new indicator, you're not going to be able to tell. So it's kind of just like a really stupid gameplay loop. Anyway. So we can go to 48. Let me just do level up bonuses for the people who matter. And we can do a bit of defensive stuff. A bit more healing power too. She's obviously useful as always. E30 would be good. She's got a good water skill. Wanna go some magic in there. Satori. I don't know if Patchy's really gonna work. Why do you have HP? Let's just do you as a glass cannon, who cares? It's not really worth our time. Okay, and Satori. What do we got here? MP. That could go on Satori. Swiftness, might save that, I don't know. Mind, Reimu, whatever, why not? Okay, so let me get out like a front line, I guess, and we'll go from there. Or something like this, I guess, huh? Maybe. Let's see. I guess we'll take this. Just take a point this video. And for Saturday, let's see. She's got the thing for MP, which doesn't really help. Oh, hey, Zeldman. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Sorry I've been, like, missing for a week or so. I've just been kind of busy with stuff. But it's all been good stuff. Good progress until Bohemian and whatnot. I'll be going for another 40 minutes right now, and I've got to head off. Go to town with my mom for a little bit, and I might as well stop at that point instead of coming back and AFKing for 15 minutes, you know? Let's see. Alright, we're gonna focus everything on these two then. Let's take off... actually, Satori has the best magic stuff already, so let's make sure Kanako's good to go as well. TP doesn't matter. Let's take this with some MP. And surely there's something better than a Monopower we could do. It's good. Oh hi! I'm gonna ignore her for a sec. I want you to watch what she does. Avery? She's not doing it this time. She'll usually like reach out and paw at my face. Hey. Hi. You gonna do it? You gonna do your thing? No, she's content just sitting there, I guess, this time. No, she's gonna make biscuits on my lap instead. Yeah, I do have one that hits my face. She's just started doing it over the past month or two, actually. She's absolutely adorable, though. Avery is so precious. Alright. I still have another subclass. Let me... Oh. There she goes. There she goes. Alright, let's give Kanako a subclass. Let's just, give her some more damage, I suppose. It's not much, but anything helped, I guess. And swallow out, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's put the rest into some stats here. Satori needs magic. I don't actually know what elements this thing uses, but if I can find out, I can maybe give us some defense against it too. Defense against the dark arts and whatever arts it uses. Kanako doesn't have many points put into anything yet, so let's do that. That's a microphone. Don't play with it. Okay, yeah, besides, I mean, Komachi's not really dying in the first place. Trying to remove stuff a little bit here. Alright, so that's pretty basic. I might have to bring in Kane as well to, see if we can just use her offense buffs, otherwise we won't do much damage. I think I'll actually open Kane in that sense. But let's do that, let's do that. Let's bring Kane out to start with. And then I'll bring Komachi out afterwards, I think. Assuming Kane can survive that long, we'll have to see. Let's just get her as tanky as we can, I guess. Do you want something? You clearly want something. I assume this thing uses magic attacks, probably, right? So let's just give her some mind, maybe. So I'm gonna put this on. The easiest way to do this is put this on, go over here in the items, and just watch the mind stat. See when it goes blue. That's the quickest way, like, UI-wise, to find if there's a better item for her. There isn't. Nothing else gives more mind than that, apparently. Interesting. What are you doing? You're gonna kill me, cat. You're gonna give me a heart attack. You're adorable. Right. Let's go give that a shot, then. Go to the west one for the mirror. See what I have to put up with every day? I'm gonna turn the camera and give you a better view of her. Go to this fight. Let's see. Oh, I guess Satori can buff too. That's a good point. Sure. Go ahead and use sword on us. Kane will use sword again, then we'll swap Kane out. Or Komachi, I suppose. After I put in Great Huckleberry, so we get some good buffs off before the mirror can even act, which is great. We'll swap out after. Let's use Suiga now. So she's got pretty good buffs, very solid. Not max, but still good. It's some damage. I think Satori does more, yeah. A little bit, a little bit. Not much though. Okay, so I guess I can do another offensive buff as well. The defense is already good enough. I'm not really worried about them. So let's bring out Komachi and start debuffing it a little bit. But past that, I think we're in a decent spot. It's just I don't know how long we can sustain this for. I might end up making Kogaso into a magician so she can fix up her MP. But she has her offensive set on right now as well, so I don't really know how well that'd go. Satori does need healing, so I'll wait a turn. I'll risk it. I think she'll be able to survive until Reimu gets another go. Hopefully. Lying down is good. Thing isn't really hurting us much right now after all, so... yeah, it's just going really, really well. So far this is looking pretty easy, actually. You just get a nice wet team going. Heal us up. Pretty good, full health, okay. Avery's left. He's just over near the door right now. Fun will lasted. Oh, okay, now it's doing its annoying thing that gets rid of all your MP. Right, that's the thing it does. It's really bad. Hate it. Can't really avoid it. It's just gonna do it once it gets under half, I think. Alright, so... I should rebuff, I think, before I bother attacking these guys again. So let's bring out Kaine. Okay, we survived, it's okay. Reimu can heal its turn, but she's not going to get a chance to. So I'm gonna do, I think, this is gonna seem so I'm gonna bring out Orin. Oh, actually I could have healed with Satori just now if I'd waited, I guess. Okay. So, I don't know if Kanako... Right, I'm gonna switch out. A sec here. I can't afford to lose one of my big damage dealers, or this one either, honestly. You know what? I'm gonna debuff this thing with Hina. Alright. Rin, yeah, she'll get a faster turn because of Rin's quick switch thing, I think. Start buffing offense. Actually, no. Don't do that yet. Hina. Hina, needs to do Biorhythm. That's pretty good. I haven't been paying attention to what this thing attacks with yet, by the way, which is kind of stupid of me. Alright, so... I want to start buffing up our offense now. This isn't really going to do anything. I'm actually not going to bother doing that. Let's just bring Komachi out there. We lost Reimu, didn't we? Hold on a sec. Oh, we just Saturday. That's not good. Yeah, we lost Reimu. Okay. Well, alright. How's your defense? It's fine. Let's just buff your offense then. We need a fair few more Suigas though, and she's out of MP still. Which is problematic for sure. She's not really a good sustained fighter as she is right now, huh? Alright, we need to just stall for a bit until Kanako gets more MP back. If we go on for too long, I think that thing might eventually use its MP drain attack again though. If it's under this threshold, so that would be pretty bad if so, I gotta say. That'd be very, very bad. So... okay, it's fine. Right, she has another hit. Kaine's gone, so that's one buffer that we don't have. It just used up, like, all of its gauge, though, so we could do some stuff to it now, maybe. In the meantime. We're not gonna be able to hit with anything here. Well, we can't do damage. These defenses are too good. We need a few more Suigas, though. But... is this gonna do anything? Technically. It's not much. And I think we're gonna be walled this time. We're gonna have to come back in with a slightly optimized team. Slightly more optimized. I've only got a couple changes I want to make. I want to, probably use a tome to reset Kogaso entirely, I think. Hey, Carrasco. see here. Oh, if I could survive for one more Suiga, we're actually good. She just needs MP back, which is something she doesn't have right now. One more would be enough, though. Nope, okay, that's fine. Alright, let me make just a couple quick changes, perhaps, here. Alright, so skill reset, umbrella. The tome, actually no, we don't need to use the tome. We don't really need the money back. That's okay, I just need to get her, her skill points back. Ooh, okay. So let me, I need a subclass. So I need to reset someone else too. She can already have a subclass, right? I don't think. No. Okay, skill reset, what we got that's not really being used right now in the party? Oh, I need to look in this menu. Mages doesn't really matter for this, but still. Mailing. So reset mailing. Cool. Alright, and we're gonna do the usual make her into a magician thing. This will help us out past the reset, I suppose. So, Pogasa. The big thing that we want is these. Reduces the MP cost, plus 10 MP normally. So that would be kind of nice to level that up and make it cost less. Okay. Okay. And I don't know if there's much point in leveling this up more. So let's just get some points in this, I guess. Okay, cool. And we'll add it. Special items. Cents for you. And you, I guess, as well. I think I actually had one there, but whatever. And let's just make you tanky for this fight, since that's all we really need. You are here to give people MP, nothing else. And yeah, I didn't have another sense book, so that's okay. Whatever, no big deal. Okay. Give you some more levels in your buffs, I suppose. Kind of what you exist for right now, and honestly, period. Okay. You guys have the best, yeah, you basically have our best offense buffs, I guess. You have this for speed. You don't really need that anymore. We can give you something for more damage, I think. A little bit more damage would have gotten us through that fight. Forbidden tablets. Alright. That should be pretty good, I guess. What's your MP restoration stat? I guess we can't see that here, can we? Alright, that's whatever. Okay, so yeah, we'll still start with this. And I think once we're buffed, we can try to bring Kogasa out so she can start giving us like MP recharges. Specifically, like, we'll put on the buff that lasts for multiple turns and like gives you MP every turn. Because just the MP recovery one isn't really going to help until the second phase of the fight, where it will help out a lot. Okay, I'm going to let you sort us. So that was 21%, okay. Hers is a low level after all, it's level 0, so... There we go, so that was like 22%. Oh, barely made a difference actually. What do you know? Okay. Start using Squeagle on this thing. It's fine. Okay. Wish we could debuff it a bit better, but we don't really have very good debuffs in the party besides Komachi. Hina's obviously cut out of the question because she'll debuff everyone else. But she's not really a good attacker in this fight because of how this thing's stats and resists are, so... Alright, so let's bring Kogasa out in Kenny's place. Use more Suga. 6 MP, huh? Okay, so... You're gonna run out first. Well, actually, I don't know, but we'll give that to you anyway. Good, okay, cool. Let's heal. So she just slaps a little MP restoration talisman on everyone, basically. super helpful. Very neat class. The Magician is handy though. Sustain is very good. It's not much, but it's something. Over time, it'll make for an extra attack or two, I think. I like using it. And we can do this too. Give us some more right now. It's probably in a turn or two going to do its thing that we don't like. It's fun, drain all of your MP move. But maybe we can get off a couple more attacks. I think it's probably going to do it right now, honestly. Yep, World Devouring Calamity. Okay, so... start getting our MP back. Kogasa's going to like instantly recharge like 14 MP or something stupid. Because Kogasa's Kogasa. Rinna's Magician is your favorite? I haven't tried that. What would make... oh, I know why she'd be good. Because she gets extra turns. Interesting. I've never thought of that. That might be nice. I might try that later. We need Kane out for more buffs. Because we need to make sure we're doing like good solid damage here. Magic transfer. Give us a little bit more, please. Okay. Slightly big attack, not that big of a deal. Okay. Bring Reimu back out. Actually, yeah, I'll bring Reimu out. We need another heal after all. Alright, that just debuffed us a little bit, which kind of sucks. Alright, Reimu's going to heal and then debuff our defenses, so let's have Kane do an offensive buff. Ooh, oh god, oh. That's bad, okay. Alright. Back down to Kanako again, but she's doing really good damage, but she needs to swap so she doesn't die. Let's bring out Rin so we can switch in more efficiently for a second here. I feel like a good chance though. I think Momiji might also have the thing that makes like the efficient switching thing, so that's good if so. Alright, this seems like a bit of a time as any to switch in. I don't have enough to use her skill. That sucks. Oh, recharge some more MP then. Debuff's not really working that well on this guy, huh? Back to the back line you go. We couldn't heal you yet. Well, I'm gonna have Hina debuff. If I can, I suppose. Kanako still... no, we need to switch her back out again. We need to like find a good opportunity to bring her in. It's kind of hard unless this thing does like a slow attack. I think now works. I think now might work. I think Kanako might just barely get her turn first. No, it's okay. I got lucky with what it used, so... there we go. Mirror down. Okay. Can I beat the Magatama in 20 minutes? Let's find out. Fighting that made me feel a bit like I was fighting Tenchi. Or Ami no Murakumo gave off a similar vibe. It did? And what's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure either. Well, it doesn't look like there's much else for us. Much else here for us either. Let's move on. Yeah, these fights can end up pretty close. These are some of the trickier bosses, in my opinion. Alright, let's just go straight over to the other one. Full level requirement the same? Yes, 48. Okay, this is no doubt not going to work out of the box, but let's see what happens. And I'm sure this is... yeah, it's basically the same dog, it's similar. So... let's check its elements. It's weak to dark. Ooh, is it now? You don't say. Interesting, interesting. Resist cold. Okay, well, if it's weak to dark, that opens up one strategy immediately, I gotta say. I'm just gonna try it out right off the bat, I guess. What could go wrong? Okay. Probably weak to fire too, if I had to guess. Sure, inflict heavy if you can. I can't. Oh, it's funny. Alright. Ooh, good dodge, Hina. Good dodge, good dodge. Hina's just not dying. Alright, let's see. What do you mean 2? 2 damage? Why? Why did that do 2 damage? It's mind debuffed a little bit. But oh, she doesn't have a, no, wait, no, that uses her debuffs, but why did that do nothing? Okay, I'm gonna check her debuffs this time. Maybe she didn't have her. Well, her equipment isn't quite as good as some of the others right now either, but still, I would have expected a bit more than that. 2 damage? I'll try this again, hold on. Alright, so Hina, no, she doesn't have all of her debuffs. She's getting unlucky and not getting the right ones. Some HP have her. Why is Kanako doing damage? Kinda surprised. What the heck? Hina's not getting her thing. She needs to get, I wonder if we accidentally like put debuff resist on her or something. That's weird. Because she's not getting all her debuffs. She needs magic attack down if she's not getting it. I mean, we're doing a bit of damage with Kanako, but it's not enough to do anything. Alright, just I want die. I want die. And then 20 minutes here to figure this out. Head back home, and I need to look at Hina's stuff. Yeah. Resist is over there. She's 40, but she must start with that by default because nothing here is giving it to her. So what, is she just getting really unlucky? It's weird. I guess so. But let's give her some more magic. Kanako still does a bit of damage here, but not enough. So I'm just going to take these off of her. Maybe put something back on her, maybe, I don't know. But well, actually, Saturday has the big ones. Let me get Hina prepped first. She's most important here. Hopefully. Hoping I can make her work. Just 3 forbidden tablets, I guess. I think this thing does physical damage, though. So maybe we should give something with her physical resist as well, so she doesn't die instantly. That's quite a lot, so just... Oh, someone else has that. Aegis Charm... I don't see it. Is it unnailing off the party, maybe? That might be the case. She was a tank, so... Yep, there it is. Aegis button, sorry. Might be in Black Bee. I have no idea. Right. What else can you learn here? Oh. We must have done a reset on Hina. At one point. Interesting. Okay, well that's why she was doing no damage. There's no points in anything. Oops. Alright, let's see. Yep, we want that one. Yeah, she didn't have curse reversal on. She was actually lowering her stats. That would probably be it. Let's see. Yep, we want that one too. Alright, and... don't really care. Yep, that's the one that doesn't work as well for Hina, but it's still useful, so I'll take it anyway. Still very nice to have, I think. Right, and... that's probably not going to affect her. It might, but we don't have enough points for it anyway. I'm not really going to do this. It's okay. She gets her own debuffs anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, let's get warding away bad luck. Alright, good. Okay, Hina's good now. Hina's good again. Alright, so we don't need Machi. We don't need Kano. Machi's good. So I don't care if you get debuffed because they get treated as buffs. Not like you have very good defensive stats anyway, but still. Reimu, let's give her debuff resist. Debuff resist is right there. Oh, it's just 50, but that's fine. Satori... We need to use Satori? I could keep her in at the start at least, just so I could be off a free go with Hina's debuff move. That might be nice. I'll give her some speed. Here, full custom, and whatever, sure. So you can go first. You're probably still gonna just go second and get deleted, but we'll see what happens. So I guess this is kind of banking on like Hina being able to solo the fight, but I mean, hey, if anyone's gonna solo a fight, it's gonna be Hina, right? Let's try it. I think we have a few level up bonuses to give her too, maybe. Oh wait, if she got reincarnated at one point, she has still 48 to go. Alright, she died. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me try that again. For one thing, yeah, she's not getting the first turn. She'll be able to survive once she gets, her debuffs on her, because they're going to help up her defensive stats. But on turn 1, she cannot survive that, so I don't think she can stay in. We'll swap her in afterwards, I guess. Gensokyo. Gensokyo. There's Hina. Alright, weird. So she had some... Whatever. So we will instead... Wait. What do I want to do? Well, I guess Momiji... She does have... Oh no, she has that one. Okay. Then it is written. Is it right? I don't think she can survive a turn. Yeah, she has this. You know what? I'm gonna do something kind of specific here. Okay, let's put Renosuke in. Let's give him speedy formation change as well. Effective formation change, it's fine, whatever. I don't know what this thing counts as. It might count as an other. I'm not really super concerned though. Oh, it's pretty useful, yeah. I guess he's good to just keep in maybe as well. I could do this. It was a healer. Let's give Renosuke some points and stuff. I have no money, but primarily I meant up here actually. So HP is fine, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, give me some gear. Yeah, Kamachi already has the first aid kit, so we don't really have anything too fancy to give, I guess. Have some MP, I guess, whatever. And take some stuff for defenses as well. Physical defense is good here. That gives 48%. I'm sure we have stuff that gives more, though. Maybe. Well, I guess the easiest way to check is to put this on. We'll look through. Oh, defense is over there. No, we probably don't have anything better after all. Okay, well, take that then. Doesn't really need to go anywhere else anyway. Take something for physical resist. We should still have a plus 51, I think. Okay, horseshoe. And whatever gives the most health to, I guess. Which might just be... I guess we don't want to give him 48. We already have it on someone else. Right, well, you know what? Probably just as well that we just give him the landed driver. Alright. So... Satori doesn't want to have the first turn if Hina's not out, though. That's the thing. Okay, well, it's gonna be a bit awkward switching everyone in, but I guess whatever, we'll just go with it, we'll figure it out. Optimally, I'd like it to take its turn, have Renosuke switch in Hina at the end. Oh, it doesn't always open with a big attack. That's concerning. So we can buff, it doesn't matter as long as Hina doesn't get buffed. So, alright. Switch in. Debuff. Good. Renosuke automatically debuffs it when his turn happens, or not apparently. Interesting. It's supposed to. Weird. Alright, so he's got some slight debuffs, but not enough. Let's do another one. Heal everyone up. Please don't kill Hina. That was half of Hina's HP. Okay, there we go. Yeah, his thing worked that time, but I guess you can still resist that, so that's fair. He tries to debuff it a little bit every turn at least. Right, now we paintball. There we go. I feel like that's not going to be enough. Not even close to enough. I guess I could bring in Parsi. I mean, Parsi's pretty good with Hina. She's got like natural debuff resist. She's practically immune if I recall right, so... Also what I could do is... bring in Satori, but it's kind of difficult to make other characters work with Hina. Because you can't buff them, you know? Because in the process, unless they're single target buffs, you're also going to buff Hina instead, which is not what she wants, so... So I figured I'd do this just so we can use old history. See if this is any good. Maybe if we had buffs on her, it would be good. So whatever. Alright, we'll buff. But I feel like we need defensive buffs too, which is kind of problematic with history. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Alright, Hina's probably not going to work in this fight, just straight out. I feel like she's not doing nearly enough for the setup she's doing. That was like a pretty strongly buffed Hina. Assuming that her mind buff went on. I'll try one more time. Because maybe... Sorry, not her mind, her magic buff. Let me just get off one more big attack with Hina. Hold on. It's gonna do its big AoE, right? Yep, okay. So, let's bring out Hina. Okay. Doesn't really matter what you do. It's whatever. Okay. Use Biorhythm. Okay, so she has her stuff. It could be stronger though, she could be debuffed more. I'm surprised she's not... She debuffed herself more than that. I guess I'd have to, give her, like, stronger debuffs through Hexer, so she debuffs herself more. Assuming that's how it works, it might not be. Not sure. Kaine is buffing, as in hurting, unfortunately, Hina's mind every turn she gets there, which kind of sucks. Really? That's annoying. Corin can maybe deal with that, though. I don't know how many ailments. It's not going to get with the paralysis, which is the worst one. Still a little ways off, but soon. She'll have a turn soon. Magic transfer. Give her that HP. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna use Biorhythm again. I'm gonna have to switch her out, though. Man, she's dead. Alright, no, Hina's just not gonna work here. It's not gonna work in this fight. I don't know how much she would have done, but I feel like it's probably not worth it. Unless she could do, like, enough for us to finish the boss off in, like, 3 attacks. I don't think it's gonna be enough. But let's try Parsi. Let's bring up Parsi. Assuming we can inflict terror on this thing, I guess, but we'll find out. So I'll probably have to resume this fight next time, but let's see real quick what we can do. So let's see, who are we not using? Nazarene does not need to be here right now. Parsi. Welcome back to the team, Parsi. You were pretty good for a while. So yep, we don't use that here. We would instead be using her actual like terror gimmick stuff. Yep. This is for ailments. I don't know how often we're really going to use this on her. It might be good. I guess I'll take it. Not really much else to take. Alright. So let's give you... If we take them off of you, we have some like really good offense stuff. So Yuka's just sitting in the back there, by the way. Don't pay much attention to her. So I'm thinking... I mean, I could do this to give you like a lot more damage, but less MP. But you still have quite a lot. Yeah, sure, let's try it. Let me give you the Globes of Pain. Sure. And I guess probably a Portal Revival Cannon. Or we could give you this thing as well that we gave to someone. Oh, you have a Glaive of Pain. You don't need that right now. We'll just do Glaive of Pain then, that's fine. Okay. And you have level up bonuses to apply. This will get used to in quite a while. Okay. Good. I wish I could give you some more library points because you're probably really behind, right? You're not that outdated, I guess. Alright, so let's just try her on her own first, I suppose. Is she gonna be able to survive the first turn? Probably not. We'll swap her in after. Okay, so we're gonna just start with a field full of tanks, basically, I suppose. Renasuke will switch himself out for her. So let's give this one more try. And then we'll be done for now. I have to wrap up. Okay. Buff our defenses first. Let's start with that if you can. I don't think we should bring her in until this thing's done its big slash. I feel like if we do, it's probably just going to slash immediately. I guess not. Okay. Oh, alright, I'm gonna risk it. Alright, that's fine. I don't mind that. So, can we inflict terror? This is really important. Didn't work there. I mean, it still did 4k without like any buffs on Parsi, which is kind of nice, I guess. Ooh, ouch. Right, this is the high infliction rate one. I need to see if it can work. That kind of influences what we do with this fight. She's dying so quickly. That was with defensive buffs down too. Alright, I can have one more quick attempt if I just do a restart, I think. So it looks like this thing is probably terror immune, unfortunately. So I don't know if Parsi is really the answer either. I have to look through and see if they have... I have Rumia. Kogas and Sheer Force. Does Kogas have a dark attack? Oh, you mean inflicting terror maybe? Yeah, she can inflict terror too. Not sure. Rumia might be good. Though I think her dark attack is... I think her laser is mystic. I think her dark attack is the AoE one that's not as strong. I can't recall offhand. I think that's the case though. So I'm not sure how well that worked, but it might be worth a shot this time. Okay, you can stop slapping Kenya now. She doesn't like it. Well, you thought she would. This is a bad idea to put her here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Right, so let's see. This is gonna do almost no damage, so we need to just do one of these. Which is stronger? Probably this one. Single target. It's only 1,000, wow. Yeah, I was right about that, okay. She's just not able to survive. Why does this one do so much more? No, no good. Alright, you know, you're up. May as well give it a shot while you're here. Sure, we could use a few more levels on some of our party too, but I don't really think that's a big difference here, honestly. Why do you always go for heal with that? What a jerk. Just to go chill in the back line until that wears off, I guess. Okay. Whatever. We'll just stall until then. I want to see how much, like, a properly buffed Tina can do. This is our last shot anyway. I'm just gonna feel things out, basically. Give us the mirror. Alright, I'll check on Hina in a sec here. Here did it come back out? Yes. I suppose. Alright, just, so... I'm fully buffed. I'm not gonna get fully buffed. Let's just try it. 10,000, man, that it has maybe like 15 hits from that, maybe more. That's not gonna work. Absolutely not going to work. Oh, it was out of MP. Somehow. Oh, ow. See, this thing has pretty high defensive stats too. We can't just slap it with Momiji and do anything, right? Presumably here. I'll buff. Oh, Momiji doesn't have any items on anymore either, so she's not going to do any damage. Resists fire, but it doesn't have the defenses that the mirror had, so that's good. This is more of an offensive fight, I guess. I guess we could just focus on debuffing it more, maybe. I don't know. I don't really have any plans left here, honestly. We'll just run this thing's course, I guess. It doesn't resist spirit, so near confined is still an option, but it's only really going to do so much damage if it's not weak to it, I think. Same thing goes for Kanako's stuff. I mean, we don't have to use weaknesses. We could, just go off of, like, regular stuff. Like, Kanako's doing decent damage with that, and it's really cheap. One sec here. Sending a quick text. I'll keep going until I get a text from my mom letting me know she's ready. So, let's try Kanako. Let's try Kanako. Thank you for the good luck, Patchy. Alright, Kanako, if we set her up with that skill, she's like a good just sustained stay-in damage dealer, I think, right? So right now, Hina has stuff. Alright, we're just gonna take this all off Hina. So, alright, we're gonna set up Kanako here. So with Faith, you don't get Faith. Not until you win the fight. We're getting tablets. Okay. We can have the better thing, the orb. And you're already good to go past that, I suppose. Let's put you over here. And you can stay in the fight when you restart, that's fine. Your skill costs like 3 MP to use, and it's doing 3k, and that's without like any buffs on you and debuffs on the enemy, so that's a good sign, right? And I guess early on in the fight, I'll probably try to get Kogasa out to buff you. I know I shouldn't be basing this around like, oh, use like 1 damage dealer, but I have a starting place basically. If this works, if this does like a good percent of the fight for me, then I'll figure out what to do with someone else afterwards as well. But I need like a good character to kind of base my strategy around. That's kind of where I'm at. So, Mad Dance on middle tickle. 5k, but only 3 MP. The delay could be better, could be worse. She's not fully buffed either. She's still got a good amount of room there for buffs. And I could always try this too, but I assume this is probably the better bet here. It's only 5k. I don't know, it might not be enough. I mean, it's gonna do a fair bit throughout the fight. But, I mean, we need to debuff it, I think, really. Alright, Hina, sacrifice yourself. I meant do something before sacrificing yourself. Sorry, I was kind of unclear. We need to lower this thing's mind. Kogasa does have a thing for that, I suppose. Let's see how much Quantum Ritual does. Ooh, that's a fair bit more. Okay, interesting. Alright, mine down by how much? Pretty good amount, pretty good amount. Alright, so we're gonna buff your offenses again. What is that? She has like a desperation buff? What is that? What is that? Hold on. Desperation. I need to look at her stuff. I'm not sure what that is. Is that because we've lost party members? Is she one of the ones that gets stronger if you lose party members? Really not. Oh, ooh. Look at that. She's doing damage now. Lots of it too. Oh, so when you said desperation, you literally meant it. Okay, hold on. I need to go look at Kanako. Maybe we can make this work. You know what? I'm gonna bring in the Cerno bomb as well. I can do the Cerno bomb too. I need to look at Kanako's skill set or learn stuff real quick. Okay, Cerno, where are you? We're not using Suika right now. Okay. Cerno, get somewhere. Kanako has... Oh, it's that. Okay. Oh, I see. So if it's under 65%, we have 2 levels in the skill. Okay. Sorry, under 60%. Okay. That's kind of hard to stay in without putting her in risky range, though. I mean, I could always put points into Believers of Moria and put Sanae out, but really that's not really that great unless you also have Suiko. My down key fell off. Put that back on. My keyboard's not in the best of shape. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that fight was still kind of working though. Ooh, I mean, put points into some of these. It's interesting. Alright, we need like good debuffers. I think Kassen can debuff, right? I don't need Patchy. I think Kassen might have a mind debuff. I'm gonna take a look. We can debuff its speed maybe too. Does Iku have a speed debuff? I'm just gonna bring in a few debuffers here. Satori might have a place in this fight too. Farsi's not really gonna work. But let's get rid of Momishi instead. Concentrate here. So, without really like doing too much, let's just put some defensive stuff on some of these guys. Even if it's really basic stuff. Just give them something. They're basically just used debuffers. You are also just a debuffer, primarily. We'll give you a little speed too, maybe. Speed. And some defense, sure. 3 HP. Sure. Okay. We just look at your stuff here. Really up here fast. Let's get a defense debuff. Paralysis. You don't have a speed debuff. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. Just defense, which isn't really what we want right now. Not for this particular group, at least. So let's swap you out for... I mean, Riko is a healer? I don't know. Does race thing only lower defense, or is it both defense and mind? Just defense, okay. Damn. What a shame. We have a lot of defense, but not as many minds as I would like. What's Erin have? Does she have anything that debuffs? Heavy. Lowers magic. Attack. No, not really what we want right now. Alright, whatever. Let's try it with this. It's okay. So she has the good gear, right, Malco? Yep, she does. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Try it. Oh. Oh, sorry, Cerno. We need to bring your level down a bit, as we always do. Right where she belongs. Just keeping an eye on my phone here. Okay. The Cerno bomb doesn't need to be leveled up to be effective. Oh, there we go. Perfect. It went right for her. Didn't even hit anyone else. Good job. Good job. Just what I wanted from you. I'll start buffing. Okay, so we're gonna start with Mad Dance until she's buffed up more and this thing's debuffed. Nice, we get a miss. Operate barrier. Sonoshed had a thing like the more 9s are in her level, the more stats she gets or something. It'd be really hard to use though. Or like the more 9s she has in her stats. Maybe for like each 9, like each stat she has that has a 9 in it, she gets like a 9% buff to everything like in the fight or something. It'd be a fun gimmick. It'd be a stupid gimmick actually, because you could just set her up with specific stuff and just get a bunch of free stats. I'm not a game designer. Don't trust anything I say. Yeah, imagine if that'd be in dry. We'll see. I don't know what's in there yet. It doesn't have any debuffs yet. Upgraded. Oh, wait, we run a low its defense. Her stuff scales against enemy defense. I'm so stupid. A Rin would be great here. Does Kasan have a defense debuff? I need to look at her stuff. My bad, I totally didn't read. Alright, so that helped a bit. That's good. Use Hunting Ritual. 8k, alright. To start. She has Desperation now. I'm gonna keep that on for a turn, maybe. Buff this. So Kasan, what do you have? Attack speed. Okay, you did have a mind debuff like I thought. Let's try to debuff its other stuff. I mean, we could use Kasan offensively too if we really wanted, I guess. This should hurt. 10k, nice. Okay, I was gonna say now we need to actually heal her up or something. Let's heal. Ring needs MP back. I can bring up Kagasa for that maybe. Right, sword. Kagasa can probably survive a hit. Let's go back to using Mad Dance for a bit. It's doing, yeah, almost 10k. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. That's without Desperation, too. Alright. Since we're going to be using her cheap skill, we'll just put the MP recharge thing on. Suppose that's good. Mad Dance. Please let Kagasa go first. We magic transfer, and then Reimu can heal us. Nope, that's not enough to heal with, actually. That's unfortunate. Alright, Reimu, you retreat for a sec. Mad Dance. See, this kind of works, but we need to specialize a bit more and make it work a bit better. Exercising border. Use Hunting Ritual. Yeah, it's not enough. Is it because this thing has no debuffs? It does. I'm surprised that didn't do a bit more. He's got good stats on right now. I guess Desperation is obviously a pretty big help if you can get it on. But she can't really stay like that for too long is the thing. Ugh. Must you do this to me? Must you really? Yeah, Saturday. Friend's kind of doomed though. Okay, yeah, alright. Kill me. You can kill me, that's okay. I permit it. Alright, so I don't know exactly what we should focus on with this thing. I mean, our survivability is okay. It does quite a lot of damage even with us buffed though. I really am just trying to debuff it more. I could always like open with Hina, but that's kind of stupid maybe. I'm gonna put Rin in. And boost her to lower its defense a bit so we can hit it a bit harder. So let's just give Rin... He's actually a bit offensively right now, which we don't really want. I mean, we could actually build Rin to like kill it. Oh, she has a dark move. Wouldn't this be really good? Maybe we can use Rin here. Maybe. We already have the important stuff that she needs here. We could just do the entire... Alright, I need to wrap up here, but remind me next time. I think I might just go with the Chireiden party, honestly. That might work. But, coffee ride is on its way, so I need to head off, but I'll probably be back someday soon. I'm not going to wait until a week before streaming again. That should totally be an outlier, but I'll see you later. Thanks for coming.